welcome in. How are we all doing today? No, not enough for us. How dare you? It's okay. I went to H Mart. I have some bread. It's not homemade, but fine, fine. It's normal bread. Um, Actually, it's like the Asian style bread. People have very divisive opinions over the Asian like white bread, like the shokbang. Um, it's like super super buttery, and some people are like, "This is not bread." And I'm like, fair enough, fair enough. Not milk bread, just like shokbang, the um, like like the normal like sliced bread. Starting soon screen should be 20 seconds shorter. Why? And thanks for the 42 months recording. Too long at this point. That is a long time. That is like what, 3.5 years? That is a long time. That's crazy. When did you even come here? What is it? It must have been 2021? Something like that, right? That's crazy. You can milk bread? No, you cannot milk bread. It refuses. October of 2021. That is a long time ago. That is so long ago. That's crazy. What were you guys doing in October of 2021? I graduated school. I just started my full-time job in September of 2021. So that's cool. And yesterday, I was doing my taxes. And it was painful. It was painful. Even till like um even until I started working full time, no problem with taxes. It was so easy. It would just like autofills everything and you're like perfect. But now I have some like it to like calculate like capital gains. And man, do I hate doing it. It's so annoying. Cause like it like there's like automatic like a lot of times like if you have like a stock brokerage they will like calculate it for you, but if it's like American or even if it's Canadian sometimes it's just wrong, so it just doesn't work out. But it turns out the last like few years on my taxes I did mine kind of wrong, but they never said anything. So I guess it's fine. I guess if you mess it up a little bit they don't really care. Um, but I fixed it retroactively, and then now it's good going forward. So I guess it's fine. I don't know. The song has a break, and I think you're coming onto the screen. Then look at the screen. There's 20 seconds left. I mean, my starting soon screen is not aligned with the song because the song the stream does not start at the start of the song. It's just random. Because sometimes like when I change to that scene on OBS, it'll start the song, but I can't hear the song. So it's like if I just leave it, it depends if I'm like waiting to start stream on this scene and then I switch it to the starting scene screen and then start stream, or if I'm just like have it open on the starting scene screen and I just wait there. Sometimes the song just plays like for however long I was waiting there. So it's not aligned to the song, unfortunately. And I don't think the song is exactly 5 minutes. And Makimin said, you can play it twice now. Well, we'll see what comes up next on the shuffle. They must know. I'll tell YouTube. YouTube, Seta is here. It's Jenny. It's Jenny. They didn't know. They didn't know. Maybe it was too late. That's okay. That's okay. I hope you like Jenny too. But yeah, so it's been so. I feel like I've gone through many. I was so young when I started streaming. I was like, what? It was 4 years ago, right? So I would have just turned 22. I like could not remember how old I was. I'm like, how old am I? But yeah, I would have just turned 22. I was so young, so fresh. Yeah, we we did a lot in that time. I was really like I had a lot of free time. I was really try harding, you know? But these days were pretty chill. I just sit here, I turn on the stream, I start talking, talk for like a good few hours, and then I just like and then I just end stream. But we did so many like special streams, I guess, back in the day. But then when I started working, like I was saying, when I started working, things got so much harder. And like as the pandemic died down, like cause I was like a pandemic streamer, right? So I had like infinite time. Like I wasn't doing anything else, right? Like I didn't go on vacations. I couldn't go on vacations. So like I literally could not take time off. So like I streamed for like I don't even know how long it was. It was probably like 2 years. Um, it was like I streamed for like 2 years, like without any breaks really. I never took time off because like I never had a reason to. Um, like I took like maybe like 1 day off because I was like sick or something like that. But like yeah, I pretty much took no time off for like 2 years, and then you guys know it's not like that anymore. um, like you're about to say you started streaming at age 4. Oh god, I would have been really messed up if I streamed at age 4. And welcome in gamer sushi. Yaps. How are you? Back in the day when we were still special. You guys are still special now. Do you mean you're special as you make yourselves, you know? You saw Instagram post earlier of a guy in a subway holding a cardboard Momo. That was Ratzi, yeah. It was him. But yeah, so I mean okay, I will say this, but like these days I think I'm just like we're just chilling, you know, like we have a nice community. Um and we're happy here. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't have a strong because when I first started streaming, I didn't really know much about it, right? Like I was like, okay, like this is what I was just copying people, right? When I first started streaming, I was literally just copying people, and I was like, oh, like this is what streamers do, right? And I had a lot of time to stream. I was streaming a lot more, like a lot more hours per week, and yeah, I was just literally just copying people, and then I feel like after a while, I ran out of ideas. I ran out of ideas and I was like, oh man, we're really scraping the bottom of the bill here. Um, and then, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of like first experiences on stream, like in relating to games. Like we did like first horror game. Like I hadn't played a lot of games before I started streaming. Like we did first horror game. We played Pokemon for the first time. We played Minecraft for the first time. We played um Dark Souls that one time. um, we did a lot of like first time playing this game, you know, which is fun. 'Cause I feel like I expanded my gaming horizons, you know. Um, a lot of new Nintendo games, stuff like that. And welcome in, Rafe. You look like iCarly. Not again. No joke, you do. I get that sometimes. I don't see it that much, but thank you. I take it as a compliment. I love iCarly. And welcome in, Falcon. Yeah, we do have that. I do have an emote. Because people kept saying, okay, I had this emote. This emote. And then everyone said this emote, the Miga emote. They were like, you look like iCarly. So then I recreated the Megan meme. um, but yeah, I do get that sometimes. You really do. Thank you, thank you. Should I do a stream where I do like an iCarly broadcast? You know, where I'm like, in 5, 4. I was actually a really big iCarly fan growing up. I watched it all the way to the finale. Like I watched the finale live, and I cried my eyes out. It's actually such a good show. All the creepiness aside, you know. Um, The Megan meme? Yeah, you don't know the Drake and Josh, like where she's like holding the can of soda at the computer. She's like, interesting, you know? Um, and welcome in, Angel. How are you? Posted the cardboard Momo thing in the Discord. Oh no, outing Ratsy. He had longer hair and a blonde-haired friend who punches people for fun. You look like an exact copy. I don't think I've ever done my hair like iCarly. Like, I think I've had long hair, but I have like straight hair, right? I mean, she does too, but like I've never like curled my hair like that. Um, so I should try it once. I should try it once and see how much I would really look like iCarly. And I should wear like the weird Nickelodeon outfit. You know, where they put like many layers on? Like I'll do that. I'll do that. You were two and I saw that Quiet on Set documentary. I know, it's so like weird to look back on it now. But like it's still a good show, you know? Like it's still a really enjoyable show and I still like it in Victorious. Gibby shirt off. Do I need a Gibby? Um, Sam could throw hands. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I need a Sam friend. I don't know anyone who looks like Sam. And welcome in liking. Do you know K-pop is more popular in Japan than J-pop? I don't think so. I think they're pretty equal. And welcome in Maestro. How are you? Oh, we just got Rafe in here who first message. I I look like Miranda Cosgrove. So you're not the only one now, Maestro. Or the tight t-shirt with the random words. Yeah, true, true. The weird like, oh my god, remember the iCarly episode where they literally made a sweatshop? Do you remember that? That was crazy. Where they were making those shirts and then they made a sweatshop. That was a crazy episode. But yeah, they make the t-shirts and then they wear like a weird like patterned shirt underneath and then they wear like shorts or like a jean skirt with like also leggings underneath. You know? Um but yeah, it's hard to take care of client. You're on a weekend. You're doing really well. You're procrastinating, but for a project I'm working on. Nothing wrong with that. Don't look at me. I don't know who came up with the Megan. That's true. How did I come up with Megan? Is it? I think it's just because people told me that. People told me like you look like iCarly, so then I did that. I've actually never seen iCarly before. I think it was before me, but you've seen clips. It was before you. Now I feel old. It's a great show. It's a great show. If you ignore it, looking back now, so there is some weirdness because you're like, ooh, like the guy was a creep, you know. But if you ignore that, it was great. The creator was a weirdo and disgusting either way. Absolutely. You're making me feel old. Now you feel old because iCarly was after your time. Oh no. Were you a Drake and Josh watcher? Because we do have, Megan is from Drake and Josh. Spaghetti tacos and Gibby saving them from the girls' basement. True, true. Maybe I should do a spaghetti tacos stream. Which would you say had the worst fits, Disney or Nickelodeon? I don't even know. They were both kind of the same. They did kind of the same stuff. But I would say Disney had worse. Because Disney's were like really weird. Like I think yeah, Disney outfits were on a different level with like the layering and stuff. It's like, we can't have them wear tank tops. That's too scandalous. Let's have them wear 3 layers of clothes underneath. Like, come on. You feel old? How old am I? If you don't mind me asking, how old do you think I am? Heard it quiet on set. It's really disgusting. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, like we always talk about like, K-pop idols who are really young and they get like, obviously a lot of bad stuff happens because they're so young. But like, it happens everywhere. Like, it happens in the West as well. Children are not safe. 2010 Nickelodeon was worse. Late 90s to 2007 was best. Nickelodeon? 2007? I think I was watching in 2010. Actually, I think iCarly went into the 2010s, no? That's the one I was watching. I enjoyed it, but I've never seen like older Nickelodeon. 20? I'm 26. I volunteered being Miju's Tebow, where I would walk in on the spaghetti taco stream and celebrate foods on his, where he just like randomly comes in. He's like, any tacos on a stick? How does he get the hard shell tacos onto the stick? You know? How does he do it? Well, they're all wearing 3 layers in California. They must be so sweaty. No. iCarly's in Seattle. They're cool. What's the title of the song? It's Event Horizon. Event Horizon. It's a great song. I don't know how to spell her name, so I'm just gonna copy paste it. 26 What does that mean? Uncle? My uncle? I'm down. I thought you were 23 at first. When was at first? Like years ago? I might have been 23 when you came. You've been here a while. Magic? Tebow uses magic. He's a magic taco on a stick man. Remember the episode where he tried selling donuts and he had them skewered instead of stacked? True. It's like he can't, he's a man of habit, you know? Seattle's just the worst Vancouver anyway. Chicano's not here, yeah. He would have, he might agree, I don't know. You just listen to Yunha, I Need to Again. This song was so popular. It's a great song. It's one of those things where, you know, Zirconia might disagree with this, but it's popular because it's good, you know? Favorite dinosaur? I don't think I have a favorite dinosaur, I'm sorry. I was not a dinosaur kid, you know? I never watched Jurassic Park. I only watched Jurassic World. Unfortunately. So I don't have a favorite. Surely there was dinosaurs when you grew up, old man. You're right. Disrespect to the OGs. The dinosaurs. They are the OGs. You're not, you know, I'm more of like an amoeba fan, you know, like before we had multi-cell organisms. That was more my time. Triceratops is your favorite? I think I like the, you know, the ones where Chris Pratt goes like this. That one's cute. Blue. His name is Blue, right? And then that child's name is Gray. You like the one with the wrecking ball tail? The one with the spikes? Pterodactyl, probably for you. Fair enough. I think that just freaks me out. Like, I don't like bats and stuff. Like, I feel like it just freaks me out. Also, I had 2 cups of coffee today because I woke up and then I had a cup of coffee and I was like, man, that was good. And then I had a second cup of coffee and now I feel really like, I'm like super energized, so I'm very sorry. I'm normally a 1 cup of coffee, Andy, you know, but man, the first cup hit so good today. Where's Spidon? What happened to Spidon? I don't think you need the colons. I think it's just this. And welcome in Katopi. Your couch is so cute. Thank you, but I will say, I got this couch from, you know, Wayfair. Because I have a really small apartment. I needed a couch that was like this big. And it's really hard to find a couch that's this big. I went to all the normal furniture stores. I went to IKEA. Nothing. And then so I was like, okay, let me just buy online. And then I bought it from Wayfair. Garbage. It's garbage. If you put your weight on the armrest, like if you even like put your little bit of weight on the armrest, it's like it's made of cardboard. And so like there's like holes in the armrest. You can't see it, but like in the support, in the beam of the armrest, there's like holes in it because you put your weight on it, it just breaks. So I don't recommend whatever that is. And also when they sent me this, they sent me a massive TV stand. And then I was like, why did you give me this? Like, I didn't order this. And they were like, oh, sorry, like we didn't order. Okay, can you send it back? And I was like, no, I can't send it back. I can't even pick it up. And then they're like, sorry, we can't take it back. Like, can you just sell it? I was like, what do you mean, take it back? I was like, why'd you put this in my house? I was like, I don't have space for this. And then they're like, okay, well, if you just donate it to Habitat for Humanity, they will take it. And I was like, oh my God. So then I got them to come pick it up because they were not going to take it. But then I told them it was still in the box and they were like, oh, it's brand new. And I was like, yeah, it's brand new. And then they took it. They're like, fine, someone will come and get it. So that's how I got rid of it. It wasn't even wafer. They didn't even take it. Would you like creatures before they started evolving? Before it all went wrong. Favorite amoeba? How can I pick my favorite? Is Sarah just having 7 TVD issues again and too lazy to fix? Really? I think I'm having 7 TV issues as well. You watched Pokemon? I actually have not watched Pokemon. You reinstalled Frankerface this time with Tamper Monkey, now works fine. Even fixed a bug I was having. I'm still have my chat window on Google Chrome because Frankerface doesn't work. The couch is just a decoration face. I mean, you can sit on it. It still functions. Like you can still sit on it, but it's not a very high quality couch. Did they charge you for the TV set? No, it was free, but it was really big. So there's like not enough space for it in my house. It was like I want to say like it was like 6 feet long. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? A perfect cosplay Master Chief. It literally resembles you. Thank you. I get that a lot. Kidnapped by aliens is called abduction. That is true. Thank you for the fact. Thank you. But yeah, I literally got this for free, and then I had to give it away. Like, I had to like get someone to pick it up for a donation. I was like, so I highly don't recommend Wayfair. What does Tamper Monkey do? It's like a script thingy for browsers. Master Chef. Me sure that's me, Master Chef. I recently ordered some items from Amazon. They give me a box of paper towels for free. That's actually good. That's great. Usually Amazon, like if they sometimes when you return stuff, they're like, just keep it, you know? But sometimes it's like more convenient to keep. It depends on it. Like if it's small item, then I don't really mind. But in this situation, it was a very large item, you know? It's not just like, I'll just throw it away. Like it was not great. And then I had a sort of bad experience, like with the person who came to pick it up was like this guy came to pick it up and then like he took it away and they had like my phone number to like arrange the pickup, like because the guy would be like, oh, I'm here, like let me in and I'll come pick it up. But then he like texted me from his like personal number afterwards and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like that's kind of weird. Like, can you not do that? Like I don't think you're supposed to do that. Yeah, it was really weird. I was like, oh, this guy knows where I live too. But he seemed like nice, I guess, but like I was like, and he didn't like press further. Like he was just like yeah, it was kind of like it was like, hey, it was, I can't remember what it said. It was like, it was nice meeting you or something like that. But I didn't really like respond, so he didn't like press it further, which is good, I guess. But I was like, that's kind of, I don't think you're supposed to be like getting the person's number from like this situation where they only had the number for like a professional reason. That seems like it would not be allowed. Okay, take care, Rafe, and welcome in, P. How are you? He wants to be flirty, but yeah, but that's like working at like a call center and then like writing down the number and then like calling them later. That's like obviously like completely unprofessional, and very inappropriate. And welcome in, Philo. How are you? How are things going? But yeah, that's but I was like, you know, this person works for a charity, so hopefully they're okay, you know? Like I don't know if that's the best like judge. But I mean, it might be a good judge of character. Like surely someone who works for a charity is not gonna be like an awful person. Maybe he was just a bit awkward and he just you know. Feeling good. I'm glad. Probably does that to every girl hoping one of them reply. That's worse. That's worse. Oh my gosh. Um, Maybe he's working for a charity in a futile attempt at making up all of the bad karma from all the murders. Oh no, but he hasn't murdered me yet, you know? Um, and that was like years ago. That was like when I first moved in, so I have not seen that guy again, I think. I don't remember what he looks like, but I don't think I've seen it again. No one has tried to talk to me, you know? He could be in chat. How did he know? Could be me. Oh no. Do you work for a charity? Ransom. It's all good. Um yeah, it's if if you ever donate something to charity, I guess be careful. Moral of the story. Never donate to charity. Um and lock him in RK. Maybe he has all of us. He made like hundreds of alt accounts. Can you imagine like you're streaming and then later you found out that all of your viewers are like one person. They're like a star. That's like a Black Mirror episode. And sorry, not welcome in. I already read that. You recommended watching White Lotus, one of your streams, and you've seen 2 seasons. I really enjoyed them so far. It's such a good show. And season 3 just came out, so it's a perfect time to get into it. I haven't watched season 3 yet, because I was watching Severance. And I was like, I don't want to have like 2 subscriptions going at once. But unfortunately, I timed my Apple TV subscription wrong. So then it it expired a week before the finale aired. So then I have to buy I had to buy a whole other month just to watch the finale. But I might watch some other Apple TV shows just to get my money's worth. I know people said, people said Silo is fairly good. But people said it got bad later, so I don't know. I don't know which ones. Like, I don't know. A lot of people don't have Apple TV, but if you guys have Apple TV, what's your favorites? Have you ever thought about doing IRL streams? I don't think so. I feel like because like it's such a it's kind of like logistically a bit difficult to stream out in public. And also I feel like it'd be really awkward. People would stare at me. People would stare at me when I'm walking around. And also I don't go outside. Severance is the second show you watched 2 episodes in. Severance is really good. I preferred season 1. Season 2 has been. I need to like gather my thoughts on season 2 because like as I was watching it, I was like really into it because I was like reading all the discussions after each episode. I like a weekly watch, and then like looking at people's theories and stuff like that. And I was like theorizing. I was like, oh, I think it's this. But I think like season 2 answered a lot of mysteries. And in a mystery show, like once you answer all the mysteries, it's like where do you go from there? And it was like I don't know. Like there was a lot there, but also not a lot. So it's like I'm not spoiling anything, don't worry. But like it was I don't know how I feel about it. But I enjoyed it at the time. It was an enjoyable watch. But I don't know. I think season 1 was a lot stronger in terms of like the themes. And it was very like the vibe was like very mysterious and ominous. And then like, in season 2 they started revealing you started getting more familiar with the concepts and like they started answering a lot of mysteries. So then so then that mysterious kind of vibe kind of went away. So it has a very different feel in season 2. You're watching Silo, it's okay. What actually I heard Shrinking is really good. Especially if you like Ted Lasso, apparently Shrinking is really good. So I might give that a watch. And people said For All Mankind as well. But I thought you love. Aren't those all sci-fi shows? I thought you love sci-fi shows, even if they're mediocre. Um, Bellamy. Yeah, that's real. It's like a little like this with like little frilly things on it, and it has like hands. I think I'm right. Luca walking streams? No. I can't walk Luca and stream at the same time because he's constantly trying to run into stuff. If you spoil it, I will join a charity. I would never spoil Severance. It's one of those shows where it's like, it is a mystery show, so you don't want to spoil it. Like, spoilers would really ruin it. Haven't theorized so much since Attack on Titan. The vibe feels like Westworld. Yeah. I think especially season 1, the mysteries are very strong, and the kind of like concepts around like I like when they explore stuff like I'm not like a big like I like a good mystery, but for me it's like I like when they're exploring stuff like oh like if you have two consciousnesses in one brain like kind of just exploring like the ramifications of that and stuff. I think sci-fi can be really interesting in that regard. What song is this? What am I listening to? Oh, it's a Jisoo. I was like, I'm not familiar enough with it. There's Bellybolt, but not Bellamy. Oh, I thought it was like a grass Pokemon or something like that. I do know Bellybolt. I did use him in my Scarlet Violet playthrough. You've never seen Luca, really? Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. You have pictures of him, but he only appears on stream when I was dog sitting. I'm sure there's like clips. If you're thinking of I was probably thinking of Bellossom. You're right. I described Bellossom. Yeah, okay. And some of these names are too similar. It's like Elden Ring names. It's like Elden Ring names. Everyone has like there's like slightly similar names. I am the worst with made up names and like fantasy names. It's a miracle. It took me like hours, hundreds of hours of watching Elden Ring content to know all their names. Cause like, and even now, like it's so easy to misspeak. Like you're trying to say Melanie, say Melania instead. You know, like it's so easy to misspeak. Say that their strategy say one that sounds similar to a real one. It works. It really works. It's like for me, I think you have to be very careful to not say one that I like. You know, like because sometimes you say one, it's real, and it's like one I'm familiar with, which is not that common. We have to think about the type of Pokemon I like, and then not pick that. Like if it's ugly as hell, unless it's like so ugly that it like sticks in my brain, I probably will not remember. I knew you would know Bellybolt because it's cute. Yeah, okay. You already had that in your strategy. I sorry for underestimating you. If you're a Jisoo fan but don't follow Blackpink, am I a Blink or no? I would say you're just a Jisoo fan. I would say a Blink is a fan of Blackpink. No. The premise is really intriguing. It made me think of how I spend time outside of work. Yeah. It's like it's really interesting because like you essentially create a like no one ever thinks about like you're like, oh, that'd be great if I could just walk into work and then like wake up, blink, and then I'm done work for the day. But then like you don't realize that the person that you created is like in work like forever. You know, that's very interesting. Renella. Renell. Oh, you're leaking the next DLC bosses. That's gonna be the entire Night Rain. It's like roguelike. First boss, Renala. Second boss, Rolana. Third boss, Renala. Your favorite Pokemon is a Azumarill. Ooh, nice. Azumarill is the one that has like the tail and it bounces on the tail, right? Another Azumarill. Is Azumarill your favorite Pokemon too? Finally, twice. You waited long enough. Here it is. This is a this is a great song too. And like I feel like I got overlooked. I wish Azumarill was bigger so I could hug him like a full-grown adult. You could Dynamax him. Is that a bit too big though? It might be a little too large. A Dynamax Azumarill. My favorite Pokemon is Zacian. Because he carried me. He carried me through all of Sword and Shield. Well, the end part. It's been hard men on Pokemon Go for years, so I'm kind of sick of it. Is that the evolved one? The Azumarill? It has like a baby one, right? Azumarill. What the hell would the baby one be called? Azumarill. I have no idea. Oh, Meryl. Okay. Okay, I see. I'm not good with the evolutions. I usually just pick one to remember, and then all of them I call them that. You know? So I just like but it's not always like the first one or the last one. It's like I mean it's not usually the second one. It's usually the first one or the last one, and it depends which one I choose. It's but everyone knows what I mean, you know, like but then there's always someone in chat that's like, "Oh, actually, it's Charmander, not Charizard." I'm like, "It's the same guy. It's the same guy." Like, "Oh, I'm choosing my starter. I'm gonna pick Charizard." Like, it's gonna be a Charizard. Like, it's fine. It's I feel like if everyone knows what I mean, it's okay, you know? And then sometimes I completely have the wrong like I named my I don't even remember what it's normally called. Like I always call the the balloon Pokemon. I always call him Drifleon. And I don't even know what his real name is. Or like I don't know if that's like the lower one or like the higher one. Drifblim? Then where did Leon come from? Drifblim. I must have been like it must be like Drift Beyond. Drifloon. Okay, that's only one letter off. That makes sense. Favorite Eevee evolution? Um, I think Leafeon is the cutest one, in my opinion. But I also like, I don't know. I mean, actually, the cutest one is Eevee. Like, just Eevee, you know? But I think Leafeon is cute. But I don't think I've ever used a evolution in my personal life. I'm more of a Vulpix fan. I actually really like Vulpix. And do that massive favorite Pokemon picker thing. I probably don't even know enough Pokemon to fill the category. Like some of them I would just have to pick a Pokemon just because it's the only one I know. Sylveon for you. Good choices. All good choices. What do you guys think is like a red flag if someone says their favorite evolution? Like what's one that no one would pick? Like I'm trying to think of like the worst one. What's the worst one? I don't think I even know all of them. There's like the fire one, water one, ice one, grass one, Porygon. Porygon gives me weird vibes, but I know if people like it. I think it would like bite me, you know? I don't know. I guess they're all okay. I don't think there's a red flag one. What's a red flag Pokemon for it to be someone's favorite? I feel like every Pokemon has someone it's their favorite, you know? There's so many people out there. I'm sure one of them is someone's favorite. There's that cursed breeding fact about Vaporeon that makes it a red flag. Do I want to know? Lopunny is the community reddest flag? Really? Why? Doesn't it evolve into something really gross? Does it evolve into like Digger's Bunny or something? I think that one's really gross. Hypno? Hypno? Followed by Gardevoir. You're thinking about Bunnelby. Oh, okay. Because that one's really gross. Every time I see it, it makes me uncomfortable. Gardevoir is cool though. I'm a my favorite type though is ghost type. I know I seem like I would be like a fairy type enjoyer, and I kind of am, but actually a lot of my favorite Pokemons are ghost type because I like Zacian's fairy type, but I like Drifloon. I like Mischievous. I like Dragapult, and I like Sinistra. So those are all ghost types. I would absolutely be a ghost type gym leader with a Zacian. I would be such a cheater with the Zacian because he's like my bestie, you know. Diggersby is basically a weeb mole. That sounds terrible. I feel sorry for that guy. You love fairy types so much. They are really cute. I have to admit, they are very, very cute. I just like so many ghost types. I don't know. Like, Dragapult is my guy. Actually, I would be like the most unfair gym leader because I think, you know, I'll just be very unfair. Like a lot of normal type. You know, there's never been a normal type Elite Four. There's a few types that have not been in the Elite Four. I watched a video about it. There's also no grass Elite Four. So that sucks. Don't know why. Maybe an electric gym leader. Nice, nice. Because grass sucks. But like, what about Gardevoir? You could do Gardevoir. You could do Rillaboom. Okay, probably not Rillaboom because it's a starter. But like, you know, there's like good grass types. Like you can make a team of any type. You know. But like, they just don't. It's psychic fairy. Oh, never mind. I was like, checkmate, Gardevoir. It's just green, it's not grass. But like, it doesn't need to all be grass, right? Like, look at Raihan. Raihan is like, he doesn't even have all dragon types, doesn't he? What about like, what are the strongest grass types? I can only think of Rillaboom. But I don't think he's allowed. I don't know the rules of Elite Fours, but they're not allowed. Definitely looks like it looks like it's made of grass. Yeah, grass has so many weaknesses, and it's good against like three things. That's true, because like almost everyone will have a fire type. But you can do like you could probably like have counters, right? But you could be like, okay, you could assume people are coming in with the fire type, right? And then you could have some sort of counter for that. Like, I'm not the professional here. Like, I don't know what you would do, but I'm sure there's a way. But it probably depends on the generation and what you have available. A lot of gym leaders use different types. Yeah. I think that's the only way to make them strong. There's a ghost gym leaders that almost use almost all poison type. Lame. They should do what I do. Just use Dragapult. Dragapult will be super strong. Although you would never have a Dragapult in the gym, right? Because like it evolves at like level 60. That's kind of tough. It would have to be a small Dragapult or a medium Dragapult. You know the one. But that's probably fine. I think it's okay. I guess it's hard to have a dragon gym leader because they just don't evolve. They evolve so late. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would be a ghost. I'd be in the Elite Four for sure. Not to like brag, but I think I'll be in the Elite Four, you know? Dragon is OP. It is pretty strong, yeah. Dragon's a great type. I'd be a ghost type, Elite Four. And then people would wipe to me, you know? I mean like, and I would get many potions. In Baldur's Gate right now, I'm collecting a lot of potions. That's my strategy. That's my strategy. I've discovered how great potions are also in Baldur's Gate. The potions are really great in every game, is what I've learned. If you just spam potions, you'll be fine. Be fine. I would be the maybe I would have one one Pokemon in the Elite Four, right? And it would have Sturdy. It would have Sturdy, and then I would just spam heal. And then the trick to my gym would you have to one shot me. Otherwise, I just have infinite max potions. With your inventory full of potions and skulls. Do you never use your potion? Did you know about the trick of throwing the potion on the ground and then it like heals everyone around? But you shouldn't hit them. Cause I've thrown a potion at Gale and he got hurt. He was like, you hit me with the glass bottle. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to help. I also told you not to hit them. But I thought if I hit him directly, it would be better, you know? But it doesn't work like that. I thought maybe I would like throw him the potion, he would catch it and then drink it. But it just like I just threw a glass bottle at his head. You want to be a Pokemon coordinator, you don't want them to fight, you just want them to look pretty and to do tricks, well then Fairy type would be the best. They are the prettiest. And they could do tricks. But yeah, I think I might stream Baldur's Gate on Wednesday. I'll give it a try. I downloaded the Twitch integration and I think it allows, from what I saw, it allows people to vote on dialogue options and it allows, you can like see my party and you can see like the quest log. Apparently. I feel like I won't be a good Pokemon trainer because you hate yelling. Do you have to yell to be a Pokemon trainer? No more Genshin? We'll see. I might go back to Genshin at some point, but for now we're taking a little break. We're taking a little break and then we'll see. Well, I'll give it a try. I have a couple more weeks until I go on vacation again. But so I'll do like the couple weeks. I'll do the couple weeks of Baldur's Gate and see how that goes. And if we like it, then I'll continue when I come back. YouTube loves you, apparently. I actually just went to check to see if it was actually still on shuffle or if the shuffle turned off and it was just playing twice songs in a row. It's on shuffle. Loves you. They want to make you feel special. How else will the Pokemon hear you? Maybe they have really good hearing. You could just be like, I don't know. I never really thought about the logistics. Do the Pokemon take verbal commands? I guess so, right? But then won't the opponent hear what you're saying? How does that work? Because like isn't the whole thing like you don't know what your opponent is doing? So if you're like, so like they're like you hear the opponent be like protect and you're like, ooh, I better buff up this time, you know, like what? How does that work? Plot hole. That's a plot hole. How does that work? A bunch of kids yelling at animals, true. And welcome in, Chicano, how are you? You haven't watched the anime? I haven't. What do they do? Wouldn't they know? Because then if it's like, you know, like someone uses dig, and then you're like, oh, I'll use protect when they come up, you know? Like, wouldn't you know? Or like you would just like swap out? Anime, we're talking about Pokemon. Like because it's turn-based, right, in Pokemon? And then so it's like a turn-based, but then if you're yelling the commands at the Pokemon, your opponent will hear you. And then they'll know what you're gonna do that turn, you know? So I'm not sure how that works. Maybe only your Pokemon can hear you. You have to like say it quietly. I have no idea. Anime logic telling your move before doing it, but then the person who says it first is at a disadvantage. Cause you just swap out. Like they'd be like, oh, my Garchomp will do Earthquake. And then you'll be like, gonna swap in my flying Pokemon, like whoops. Like it's like rock, paper, scissors, but the other person always does their turn first. You know what I mean? That's like obviously not gonna work. Back in the day, war was turn-based too. What do you mean? Cause they had to like reload their gun. Telepathy. Do all Pokemons have telepathy? Gotta act fast? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe they like write down their turn and then they like say at the same time. Or that so they can't do it in advance. It seemed like one side would shoot and the other would defend and then switch. Maybe they can't do both at once because their guns take so long to reload. Like the musket guns, you know? They have to like pack in the gunpowder, so they're like, hold on a minute, like give me 10 minutes, you know? Um you hit the jackpot. That's true. That's like 4 in a row, no? Isn't IRL isn't turn based. That's true. I guess in Pokemon you can just go as many times as you can, right? That makes more sense. I thought it was turn based. If I was a Pokemon, is that a question? They were playing JRPGs IRL in the 1700s. They were all weebs, right? That's crazy. Such weebs. It's one of my favorite Twice songs. I think my favorite Twice song. It's a tough question. That I asked myself. I mean, the feels is so good. I think for a long time, my favorite Twice song was "Feel Special" because I thought it was very sweet, you know. But is my still my favorite song? I don't know. But before that, it was TT. Realistically, Pokemon will fight on their own in there, like coaches and boxes. Oh yeah, good point. Good point. You're not issuing commands. Ancient weave origin story. Maybe you descended from those weaves. Like in a boxing match, someone punches, the other person has to react correctly. That's what Pokemon be IRL. Yeah, that makes sense. It wouldn't be turn-based. A few nights ago, I got bodied and then got salty and then called the player out. But then they ran it back and bodied you again. What did you call them out for? Like, hey, you beat me. What did you call them? You just got your ass handed to you again. Oh no. I guess they're just good. Like there's so many K-pop concerts in Toronto. I remember in Canada was a rare destination for tours. Must be nice. I live in Vancouver. It must be nice. You're salty and thought it was good and apparently you weren't. Well, did you at least own up? What do you mean called them out? What would you possibly call them out for? Like, oh, you shouldn't have beat me. It's all thanks to carbon tax, Carney. He cut the carbon tax. Or no, what are they accusing him of? Oh no, he's implementing the carbon tax to fund the K-pop concerts. Yeah, they wouldn't call him carbon tax Carney if he cut the carbon tax. He would not like that. That would not make sense. I was salty and insulting their playstyle, etc. I said run it back and they wrecked you again. Oh my god. Did you make up? You shouldn't say stuff like that. Did you make up? You gotta be nice, Like, hey man, sorry. I was upset about losing, but you're a great player. Like an anime arc. Blamed it on you working on your six pack? Come on, Chicano. You gotta be humble. You gotta be humble. Combo broken. Oh no. Do they not go to Vancouver after or before Toronto? No, they don't. They usually go to Toronto when they go to New York. Which makes sense. But Vancouver doesn't have anything nearby. Like I don't think there's any I've never heard of any American city near Vancouver, so they just don't come here, They're like Seattle doesn't exist. I don't really be losing like that, and you're kind of tipsy. Nah, man. You should apologize to that guy. They skip y'all is so mean. I think it's like a logistical thing. Like, mostly, I mean, K-pop usually they don't tour very like thoroughly, in North America, but it's common for like Western groups and stuff. Um, it's it's common for like Western groups and stuff to skip Vancouver also, just because like I think it's just like there's some sort of logistical thing. It's like if they're not already going to Seattle, it's kind of a hassle to cross the border, and like it's like kind of out of the way, right? Um, Buffalo's close to Toronto, though. Yeah, yeah, Buffalo and New York, City as well. Like it's just like close enough that it's easier to go to Toronto. And Toronto's a bigger city. Gonna play them again sober. Okay, okay, man. You sound like a sore loser. Maybe from work, yeah, from working on your core. Tipsy and sore from working on your core. Um, yeah, it's I did like you know like the weakest part of my leg is like the inner thigh muscle. I don't know what that's called. Oh, my instructor said like she was like, "Oh, we got to work on your abductors." I was like, "What the hell is an abductor?" And she was like, "Oh, it's like your inner thigh muscle." I was like, "Oh, okay." um, and then like we were doing now, and it's like terrible. And I'm so weak. I'm so shaky. It's not great. And welcome in Hermes. Hope you're doing well today. Alien abductor. Exactly, exactly. Um, and welcome back, Ratzi. You're back? Welcome back. And hi, bye, Ricky. Have a nice Sunday. Adductor. Oh, not abductor. Okay, adductor. That makes more sense. That's the big muscles. Thank you. Um, why are you shaking and weak? Because my adductors are weak. You're basically a noodle. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Um, especially my legs. My legs are quite weak, so it's not ideal. Um, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I don't even know how you work that muscle out on your by yourself. Like I don't like we did the workout with the machine. Do you do like squats? But like I feel like squats use like glutes, you know? What did y'all talk about yesterday? Oh, so many things. So many things. You won't be drafted to World War III. I don't think I ever was, yeah. I'll be rejected like Steve. What the hell is his name? Captain America. His name's Steve? He's like, oh, that doesn't sound right. His name's Steve. Does he have a name? He does, right? Talked about the meaning of life, did we? I don't recall this. Unless you're just talking about K-pop. It's possible. Um, Definitely much a yap and say no, not her. I think I would be like too distracted, you know? And I don't think I wouldn't like yeah, I don't think I'm fit to. But honestly, I'm a really good shot. So they might want me. They might want me. But do I want to participate in a war? No. I do not. Would you be asking hella questions in battle? Maybe. I don't want to like live out in the wild. I don't know. Is that what they do? Probably, right? They have like camps. I can't live like that. You think side leg raised works on inner thigh? Like you're relying on your side and then you like lift your leg up and down? I feel like that works like your glutes, no? Should reveal her platoon position because she's yapping. I would. Why am I Subway guy? Why are you Subway guy? Do you like Subway? Are you a Subway enjoyer? Miji will shill for BC but not defend. I'll defend it. If America wants to invade, I think we will defend it, yeah. Probably not successfully, but you know, somehow. But maybe it'll be like a nice story where America's like, hey, We're not gonna do that, you know? Momo. Oh, I see. I think you meant Subway. Like you capitalized Subway. So I thought you meant like the sandwich restaurant. No, we were talking about there was a guy on the subway, like the train, holding like a K-pop cardboard cutout, and I was joking that that was you. But you weren't there for that, so that's very confusing for you. There's adductor and abductors. Well, there's both. Oh no. Moving legs outwards do one, and moving like inwards do the other. I forget which is like. Oh, maybe if I use like resistance bands, that'd probably work, right? Canada would just surrender. We would not surrender at this point. Um, people are very anti America invading. But I guess that's like the case all the time, but especially now. You wanna meet him? It's you though, it's you. Don't worry, this place is collapsing way before any invasion. That's probably likely, yeah. And I would assume that like a lot of Americans would like take Canada's side, right? Like if this ever I doubt it will happen, but like if it ever were to happen, that was like they were like we're gonna invade Canada. Like I think a lot of people would not agree with that. Like maybe you would have enough people to like agree to it, but like honestly, I think a lot of people would not. Speaking of BC, they removed Tesla from the rebate program for electric cars. Checks out. Checks out. Never surrender. Exactly. Um, if ever it was ever drafted, you would just send back hard during basic training, pretending to be winded early on runs, collapsing by push-up 14. That's you can go lower than that. 14. Um, struggling to do a pull-up so that they send me home out of frustration. I mean, that would be me. I can't even do close to 14 push-ups. I can't even do like 4 push-ups. I don't think they would want me. But yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty crazy these days, I will say. Me and War would be like, hold on, Twice is playing, let's go timeout. Oh no. I know in like the military in Korea, they listen to a lot of K-pop. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I only really listen to K-pop during like my military days, you know? Um, so maybe it would fit in there. You gotta go draft in you gotta go draft in Korea instead. Just leave me in New York City alone. We're not coming for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll apply to become Korean. Yeah, that'll go well. Yeah. Or maybe you can introduce K-pop to the Canadian military. You know? I'm sure. I'm sure they would be, you know, they would be into it. You know? Elastic band for workout is great. Learning the movement, having full range of motion. Yeah, because they don't have like the gym machine, right? So I guess the resistance band is like the same thing. Play lots of StarCraft in the Korean army. Do they actually? Do they have computers? I guess they have like computers there. It's the only K-pop song you know. Shutdown, really? Let me put on performance real quick. Oh, that'd be sick. Training officer, when do we get to go home? Genshin season pass refreshes tomorrow, and I still have 4 ranks to go. And then he'll be like, excuse me, do you not have a phone? He's like, have you heard about playing Genshin on mobile? Like, he's like, just play on mobile. The computers in Korea, not in Korea, like when they're on military training. Like, do they have access to PCs? I guess so, but I assume they're like training, you know? Not like gaming all day. And welcome in Ruska. And the reason StarCraft is so massively popular in Korea is because that's what they would do in the spare time in the army, just spread it from there. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Because like I guess if you only had a PC and you couldn't really do much, you know, then I guess you just do that. You know the download side for Genshin on mobile. True, and he's like, not my problem. Get an SD card. Don't K-pop need to go to the army as well. Yes, yes. Won't they make like an army band to perform the soldiers? Won't they make an army band to perform the soldiers? Sorry, what? They got internet cafes at their barracks, do they? Wait, we should go to if can Canada have that? I want a PC cafe if I ever get conscripted to the military. Barack Obama. They're surprisingly luxurious on amenities in the military. Some of our U.S. Navy ships have Starbucks. What? Damn. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know anything about the military because I have nothing to do with it. I'm like the most removed from any military. I wonder how much PC cafes cost in Korea. They seem to be everywhere. I don't think they're that expensive. Your sweet gem berries need harvesting. Let's fight tomorrow on winter walk. Exactly, exactly. You can't let those go bad. They take all month to grow. You're like in military in Korea. You get to eat army stew and play StarCraft all day. That sounds sick. Some of them ships are huge, like a small town in terms of population. Huh. Yeah, okay. Apparently I know nothing about the military. But is anyone surprised? And welcome in Spy Hunter. We're doing well today. For a K-pop band on duty that performs solely for Korean soldiers. I don't know if they would do that. I don't know if they do that. I have no idea. I'm sure they wouldn't all be together. But maybe they would dance sometimes for the people. I don't know. Army stew looks crap. It does look really yummy. Aren't there a culture of people in Japan that live in PC cafes because it's cheaper than an apartment's rent? I mean, rent is not that expensive in Japan. I don't know if there's people who live in PC cafes. Maybe they're like homeless. Other day I was at a PC cafe here. It was like 14 CAD per hour. That's a scam. It's probably a lot cheaper in Korea. I mean, the cost of living and stuff is just cheaper. You're okay. That's good. Imagine when BTS was in the military. If when BTS was in the military, they just performed. They probably just do like normal stuff. It's good for morale. I guess so. But I feel like just being in the same division as like Jungkook from BTS would be pretty cool. And people do live in those like $10 a night and then just get a gym membership to shower. But rent is even that expensive, man. They have it easy. They don't know what it's like here. But that's really cheap. I've never been to a PC cafe. But it sounds fun. I don't know. Obviously, they're like not that popular here because like people have PCs at home. But in Japan, a lot of people don't have PCs at home. $300 a month for rent, aka $10 a day, is pretty cheap. I guess so, yeah. But I think a lot of rent in Japan is not that cheap. Maybe like a really small place? I don't know. I'd assume they would be like in the entertainment division, like in an army band. I have no idea. I'm the worst person to ask about this. I don't know what I think they just do normal stuff. That's what it sounds like. Like the idols. I think they just participate normally in the military and then they go back to their job. Major Meech, that's me. Paid $50 upfront for membership at this PC cafe. You got scammed. Major wouldn't need a big place. Yeah, I don't need a big place. I think having a really large house is kind of a scam. Think about it's so much effort to clean it, you know? Do you really need that much space? No, you know? But I will admit it's like, okay, small here in Canada, like a small apartment here in Canada is nothing like a small apartment in Japan. Like a small apartment in Japan is so small. So I like Canada small. I don't think I would really do well in like Japan small. You know, it's like really, really tiny apartment. They have a whole different scale. That's okay. London apartments only come in small size. Japan is crazy, man. Like the size the size that those apartments can be are like, how do you even survive? Like where how do you fit anything in here, you know? But I'm happy with my, you know, my apartment. It's a decent size for me. Also I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Like I said, I had 2 cups of coffee today. So that's probably why. Enjoy the Malomart. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Coffee going straight through. Coffee always does, you know? Like I feel like um I mean coffee is like a diuretic, no? Cuz it just makes like a caffeine. It just makes you pee more. And I already have like the world's smallest bladder, so it's not a great combination. Um robbed us of Jenny. I'm sorry. She'll come back. She'll come back. Posted bread pics in the Discord. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be jealous. We're gonna eat it later. I think I'm gonna be really hungry. Or I'm gonna look at it later, not eat it later. She's back, unfortunately. Coffee is a fast acting laxative for you. 2 cups is crazy. It's like 1 shot. So like I have like an espresso machine. And like I have an espresso machine and an espresso machine, sorry, and I have like each cup is like technically like 1 shot. So like 2 cups is like kind of like equal to 1 cup of coffee, if that makes sense. But usually I have one. Coffee is like getting IBS easily, guys. Is it really that bad for you guys? I mean, I feel like coffee is a bit of a laxative, but it's not like deathly. um, Make sure you don't drink alcohol. It also makes you pee more. Yeah, that is true as well. I know Shaman that stopped drinking before stream because then she go to the bathroom like 3 times the first hour. That's a lot. That's a lot. 3 times in 1 hour. I would say I normally pee like once every hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm just a very well hydrated person. The immediate is no, you guys. I'm just gonna pee whenever I want. I'm not gonna restrict my water. You know. Um, but yeah, it's a. I think a lot of people don't drink enough water because some people are like, oh, like I only pee like once a day. I'm like, no, that's not good. I used to be crazy addicted to Tim's iced coffee in high school. I don't know why I can't tolerate coffee anymore. Is it the is it the is it could it be the milk? Um, it could be, right? You might just be lactose intolerant. Streamers with peanut-sized bladders is surprisingly a large population. I think it's like okay, I think it's just because I think we all have average sized bladders, but one, streamers tend to drink more water because we're like talking so much, we have to drink more water. Um, and also, normally you just go to the bathroom. Like you like anytime you need to pee, you just go. But it's not like many people are watching you and like aware of the fact you went to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Um, so I think it's probably just more noticeable because like because if you guys go pee, like no one notices. Like I don't think anyone tells me in chat when they're gonna pee. You know, they're like, oh, gotta go, Michi, I'm gonna go pee. um, but yeah, it's probably just seems seems like that. Um, drinking water is a great way to increase energy. Drinking water is just good for you in general. Yeah. You can drink milk straight up just fine, just coffee. I mean, coffee, yeah, the coffee does like act as a laxative somewhat, but that's crazy. You're so sensitive to it. I wonder what that is, because I know some people, they say like fruit really messes with their stomach, but like I think those people just don't have enough fiber in their diet. um, if it's affecting them that much, because I think a lot of people don't have enough fiber. And then so then when they have like any sort of like fiber instance, I guess like they have any sort of fiber, they're like extra sensitive to it. The gene that makes you yap also makes your bladder small. Possibly, possibly. You think artists use their outfit change break to go to the bathroom? Probably, yeah. You just want peeing with you? Nice. Your mom crushes instant coffee and says that there's my daily water in it, no need for vanilla water. That's not good because caffeine makes you more dehydrated. Like it does have water in it, but it also makes you more dehydrated. Apple's best fiber. True, true. Yeah, the problem either I pee once a day or I'm peeing every 30 minutes. Maybe you should go to the doctor. I don't know. But pee once a day is not good. That's not enough water. So you're either saying you never drink water or you drink like a bunch at once. Maybe you should just try and drink water more regularly throughout the day. Um, you're okay giving up coffee? You're full on matcha girl now? Oh, I just love coffee too much. I like matcha too, but I don't normally just drink matcha like on its own. Um, I like matcha flavored things, and I do like matcha tea. I just don't like make it much myself. Um, I prefer just getting it from like a place that makes a really good matcha. Okay, Angel. Okay. I liked your other joke earlier. I can't remember what it was, but I like that one. Oh, the Barack Obama one. Barack Obama. That was good. Um, but yeah, I can't give up coffee. But also don't have a problem with coffee, you know? Um, it is not it is I don't have like a I don't drink too much. I just drink 1 cup a day and I'm fine, you know? But I cannot drink any coffee after like noon. If I drink coffee after noon, I will not be able to sleep. You guys know about water talk? Is it the people who put a lot of sugar in their water because they like can't drink water or something? Something like that? That's crazy. People are so unhealthy. People are so unhealthy. I don't know how are these TikTokers surviving? Oh my god, I was at H Mart. I was at H Mart and I was in the instant noodle aisle and I saw this like instant noodle bowl that was like this big. It was like this big. And it was like extra large instant noodle only for mukbangs. And I was like, what? It was crazy big. I was like, you're selling instant noodle here specifically for mukbangs? Like, that's insane. Don't your head get dizzy from too much coffee? Actually, one time I fainted, like a while ago. I fainted and then I went to the doctor and she was like, "Oh, maybe you should drink coffee in the morning. It'll help you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I maybe it's opposite. Don't know. Um, Scientists have a creative air freshener that's controlled with your mind. It makes sense when you think about it. Don't really want that. Um, you have went to the doctor about your peeing. Are you just not drinking enough water? Um, helps Miju not faint, but not her bladder. True, true. It's a fair point. She didn't get the joke. Oh, it makes sense when you think about it. Is that the joke? Oh my gosh. What is even the joke? Like I don't get the joke though. Like it makes sense when you think about it. Like what is it? Like there's a double meaning, but the second meaning doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Sense. I know sense. Like without the T. Air freshener. But why would it make sense when you think about it? Sorry, it's very hard to it's probably confusing because now they sound the same. um Control with your mind. No, I get the double meaning, but the second. Yeah, I know, no. I'm saying, why would it make sense when you think about it for scientists to create that air freshener? I'm just saying the second. It's like you put the pun in there, but it doesn't really make sense. It's not that clever. You know what I mean? Water talk people refuse to drink plain water. Surprisingly, a lot of people can't drink normal plain water. Apparently, I think it's really weird if people can't drink water. um. Your boomer is showing. Let's figure it out together. I don't get it too. Like I get the pun part, right? Like I get the pun that they sound the same word. But the second meaning doesn't make it funny. You know what I mean? I said get good. Yeah, I did say get good. I'm just saying it's not that clever. They can't figure out why you pee once a day every 30 minutes. What's your water drinking like? Maybe it's like you don't drink enough water. Or like sorry, you just don't drink a lot of water. And then when you realize you're thirsty, you drink a lot. You know what I mean? Sorry, I keep saying you know what I mean. But like, you know what I mean? I'll tell our dad jokes to get better, even though the top rated one. Tell them it's bad. Um, Speaking of water, you heard New York had live organisms in the water supply. That's okay, right? Yeah, because it's not clever. Exactly. Philo's on my side. Is it good about me? She's just a tough customer? I don't think it's good. You drink about 8 glasses a day? Really? All at once or throughout the day? All water had live organism. Yeah, I'd assume all water has something in it, no? My favorite little amoebas. um, Throughout the day. That is strange, yeah. I mean, I guess if it's not causing you any pain or any issues, then I guess it's fine. Crustacean. I don't think they mean crustaceans, Angel. I think you would notice that there was crustaceans in your water. I just assumed it would mean like really, really small things, you know? Maybe? Or like, are you drinking water and it's like there's something crunchy in there? You pee multiple times and you don't drink 8 cups of water. How much diet soda are you drinking though, Ratsy? That would do it too. Crunchy water. Yum. Delicious. Like 4 cans. I wonder why you're peeing multiple times. AKA ice. That's true. Ice is just crunchy water. It's very crunchy water. Yeah, I like my lukewarm water. Persona 4 is getting a remake. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because they just remade Persona 3. Angel's on that. Angel's ready. Time to play your first JRPGs. Do you really think I would enjoy Persona 4? Be truly honest with yourself. Do you think I would enjoy it? We ignore the real question. How much do we pee? Maybe you have a weak bladder? I don't think I have a weak bladder. I think I just drink a lot of water. Look at my water bottle. Look how large it is. You got P5. Should I wait? I think it's gonna be a while. I don't think you should wait. Because they just released P3 Remake recently, so you probably will be waiting a while. You may as well just play it. So I don't think the stories are based on each other. Yeah. It's not like a direct sequel. I'm sure it's fine. I'm busy with my CRPGs. I'm playing Baldur's Gate. P4 is fine the way it is. They should make a P6. It's probably not one or the other. They're probably working on P6, and probably someone else is working on the remake, or like different team. I mean, in terms of quality, because P3 seems peak. I have no idea, man. I'm not the person to speak to about this. Atlas making remakes of games that are already available on modern consoles out of the dozens of titles that aren't. They just like money. Rumored is that P6 is next year because it'll be 3D or Annie. Annie. Is that a real slang? I like how we transition from P to Persona. P3, 4, 5. Persona 4, 5. P4. I don't know. Supposedly, Persona Persona 3 R was the highest grossing Persona game all time. Interesting. So they just want to ride that high? Trying to get a quick bag again. I heard that they released a seasons pass for a game. I can't remember if it's Persona or Metaphor. They released like a pass where like they could get all the DLC, and they promised a certain DLC, and then after people had already paid for it, they took it back. Then they were like, "Oh, that's not included. Actually, you had to buy it separately," which is the one that people wanted the most. So I was like, that's kind of scummy. That is really scummy. Probably Metaphor. Yeah, I think it was Metaphor. But I'm like, that's so messed up. And now like Steam is cracking down on stuff like that. Games Hello LARPy. Is that related? LARPy scam. But yeah, it's yeah, it doesn't even do that. They just charge you $138 for a painter. They're upfront about their scam. At least. I'm sure they've done something like that with like a seasons pass or like a something like that, you know? But now Steam requires you to like say exactly when and what is included in the price, which is very good, honestly. I think Steam's doing good on their policies for sure. Microtransactions are the norm now. It's not even a microtransaction. It's like a DLC pass, you know? Like not like a battle pass, but like a yeah, it's like it's like something like that. Where it's like you pay in advance and you get all the future DLCs. Which is like inherently a bit of a dangerous thing, right? Like I think because like you don't know if they're gonna cancel the DLC or like, you know, whatever. Most game companies do stuff like that. Yeah, it's not great. And welcome in, Hawk. Hello from Canada. You have yet to know what a battle pass is, really? It can mean anything. It's usually like you pay for like the month and then you unlock the rewards as you play. That's usually what it is. And welcome in, Kaiju. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I think stuff like that. Like I think like cuz like I think they released like the okay, hey, you're paying for all the future DLCs, but the one DLC that they knew would be the most popular, they end up selling it separately. And they're like, "Oh, actually it's not included in this." And a lot of people bought it just for that. I'm like, that's really messed up. And like saying like, "Oh, you can buy this pass and all the DLCs will be included." And then being like, "Oh, but actually not this one." Like I think that's pretty messed up. Cannot agree with that. It's 29 degrees here. Oh god. It's only March. I'm sorry. I know Texas gets really hot. Um some battle passes are like you only have a certain time to unlock things. Yeah, usually they only last like a season or like a month. It's too cold in Canada still, at least on the East Coast. It's actually gotten fairly cold cold for us. On the West Coast, it's like, when you wake up, it's like 3 or 4 degrees, which is fairly cold for March. It was snowing a bit yesterday. I'm sorry. I hope real spring comes soon. It doesn't go straight from winter to summer, you know? I like a nice springtime. But we'll see. It's 5 degrees in New York today. It's warmer last week though. Oh no, it's like the middle of the day, it's still 5 degrees. I'm just glad I haven't seen any more snow. That's good. High is 90 F here. Ah, that's too hot. Wake up and it's 3 degrees here. It was below 0. I know, I'm saying it was cold for Vancouver. Because like we had a week where it was like 15 degrees. And I was like, wow, it's spring. And then it went away. It was immediately like, oh, just kidding. No spring. No spring for you. So it was a bit disappointing on that front. But that's okay. You jinxed us? I did. I put away my winter jacket and then I got baited. Apparently we have a thing here in Pacific Northwest called fake spring. I think it's more of like a East Coast thing. Cause like I think we kind of have it, but like not really. Did the groundhog predict more winter? I don't even know. When is Groundhog Day? It's like February or something, right? I'm not up to date with the groundhog guy. Yeah, it's unfortunately still cold, still rainy, really gross. Being the Groundhog did? Come on, Groundhog. Who even came up with this concept of a Groundhog Day? It's scary. Weird, not scary. It's like a couple weeks and then it's like, psych, here's some more cold. I know. You jinxed your started, by the way. Last night I got the stupid cowboy hat at floor 100. Now you know the pain. I don't even want that cowboy hat. Because I put the hat on my horse. Not that one. I put the fedora on my horse because I think it looks cute with the fedora. But I don't want to put the dark cowboy hat on it. And I have like 3 of them now. I stopped playing Stardew though, so I got burnt out of Stardew. I'm deep in Baldur's Gate now. I posted in Discord yesterday, but I have like a different playthrough because Astarion doesn't like. I was like curious about Astarion's romance storyline, but then like I finally got the scene where he tries to bite you, and I was like, oh, finally. Not that I wanted him to bite me, but like I was just like, it's like progression of his story. Like you kind of need to have the scene happen, but it's like kind of random if it happens. And then I was like, don't really want to, but want him to like me, so I was like, you can bite me. And then he was like, oh, I promise I'll stop when I've had enough blood. And I was like, okay, man, like I believe you. And then so I let him keep sucking my blood until I died. I literally died. I was like, bro, I'm dead. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm dead. And then he was like, oh no, something terrible has happened, like to the rest of the camp, as if he didn't literally murder me. Um, and then and then I got revived, and then I went to talk to him, and he was like, "Oops, my bad. I guess everyone makes mistakes, huh?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You literally killed me!" And he was like, "Oh, I promise I won't do it again." Like, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm stronger now. Like, you're alive now. Like, it's all good. Wander under the bridge. And I was like, "You killed me. You literally killed me, and you didn't even apologize." Like, what a guy. What a guy. Like, something's wrong with that guy. Speaking of groundhogs, have you seen the clip of that one dude's farm where a groundhog goes eats his veggies and does it in front of his security cameras? And at that point, he's just brazen. He deserves it. Miji makes bad decisions. I really believed him that he said he would stop. He said he would stop when he's had enough. He said just a taste. And I was like, fine. Like, I don't really want to be bitten on the neck, but like, fine. But then, yeah, he murdered me. Next night, hey guys, like, your blood again. I promise I won't end with you dying again. I know. I'm like, you can just like bite someone else. Like it's fine. Like just bite like the enemies. Like I think it's fine. Like why does it have to be me? And then I checked my approval with him, and it's neutral. I was like, bro, I let you kill me. Like I literally let you kill me. I died, and you're saying you're neutral to me? Like, oh my god, that guy. It's impossible. I think something. Do you think it's bugged? Like, do you think his approval is bugged? Like, it's really messed up. And even on my normal playthrough, like I have Gale on my normal playthrough. But I feel like some characters are like impossible to like romance, and some characters are like immediately like you like have like one conversation with them and they're like, "I love you," and you're like, "Bro, I just met you." Like, it's so weird. Go by scrap. What do you mean, Ratsy? What the hell? If it's a choice between me or killing the dog, I will gladly die in his place every day. How could you say that? Your blood was too mid. Maybe my blood was gross or something. Like it was like, oof. You're in type B blood type. Like, oh, that's disgusting. But yeah, it's that's not great. You're his stock now. I don't know about this, man. I do like Astarion, but the more I play his story, I mean, he probably takes a while to be like nice, but like, man, Gil is so superior. Gil would never murder me. Okay, he would never say he's just gonna drink a little bit of my blood and then murder me. He said he won't kill the dog. I believe he won't kill the dog, but I don't think the dog deserves to be bitten. What's this conversation? It's about my friend. I'm trying to date this guy named Astarion, and I let him murder me, and he still doesn't like me. Gil wants to do is use this new. He won't though. He won't. What is this vampire game I was talking about? It's Baldur's Gate. There's a vampire guy. But he's really mean. And he won't like me because I'm too nice. Twilight. It's Twilight, yeah. You know the Twilight game? The Twilight JRPG? That'd be crazy. There's just a giant rock in Baldur's Gate blocking the way? Yeah. We're just stuck, yeah. Just a rock. The whole game, it's like getting over it sort of. You have to like push the rock up the hill. I think you would like Astarion, Chikano, actually. I think you would want it. I think you would think he's cool. Cause he's like really sassy. And he's very like, if you're like, oh, you need help, random person? Well, I'll help you. And he's like, oh, you're gonna help this person? Like, come on. Is he edgy? Yeah, he's edgy. He's edgy. He's sarcastic. He's sassy. He's extra. I think you would love him. He has red eyes. He bit me until I died. um, you still love that Taylor Lautner married another Taylor and his wife took his last name. Yeah, I that's crazy. Yeah, like they're both named Taylor Lautner. He's better than Gail. Nah, Gail's superior, man. I love Gail. Um, he sounds cool already. Red eyes and takes your life just cuz. Oh my god. Is he your type? Is a vampire man who killed me, literally killed me, is that my type? No. he he bit me and then I died. um it sucks for them in airports. Taylor Lautner. All Gil does is take your soul. No, he doesn't take your soul. He just meets your soul in the soul dimension. I don't really know what he's saying. But you get your soul back. He doesn't take it. But yeah, it's I'm a Gil girl myself. Some girls like the bad guy. I mean, I see the appeal of Astarion. He's really fun. Like his voice actor is really like he's so animated and like the way he speaks is so fun. And he's like super sassy and funny. So I do like him in that sense, but he did kill me. And it's hard for him to like it's hard to get the approval with him because he doesn't really approve of like you helping people out of like the goodness of your own heart. Like he's kind of like we should do what's best for us, you know? Which is fair enough, but like I can't help being nice in the game. So and he likes when you do like he's not like evil. Like he's really not evil. Like I think he has a lot of like Astarion is very much like I can fix him kind of guy cuz like he was like enslaved in the past, so he has a lot of like trauma and like he has a lot of trauma and he has a lot of like confidence issues, I guess. And he's a very troubled guy, you know? So there's very much like I think if you like the male characters, it's like either you really like Gale or you really like Astarion. I think those are like the top picks, I would say. Cause like, does anyone really like Will? Like Will's a bit boring. You didn't consent to your soul going to this dimension. Well, if you didn't consent, then he won't do it. And but to be fair, Astarion's very much about consent as well because he was a slave before, right? And he's very into consent. And he gets really upset if you make him do stuff that he doesn't want to do. Me drained about that Sith life. Yeah. No, but you know I love Kylo Ren. Potus have the same middle name. Imagine. Shadowheart has more trauma. Shadowheart's like super yeah, she has a lot of trauma, but she's also like super brainwashed. And she has a lot of like identity crisis. You know, but so does Astarion. But Shadowheart's a lot nicer. Shadowheart's a lot nicer. Like she will never murder you. She'll only murder Lysol. But yeah, it's I heard from the I think Shadowheart's a very popular choice. Shadowheart's sorry, see it makes sense. I have. I never said it doesn't make sense. Like she's absolutely traumatized. Yeah, she had a rough backstory, and she was like brainwashed her whole life. You know. You like the broken girl? It's true. Fair enough. Trope. Will from metaphor. No, it's a will with a Y. WYLL. He turns into he's like, or he can turn into like a devil. Oh, you know who you would like? Mizora. I think you'd like Mizora. She's like a hot devil girl. Oh man. But I feel like everyone likes Mizora. Because let's be real. Mizora's pretty hot. You like metaphors? Too LARPy yet Chicano name drops one of the characters. I think he tried playing it a bit, yeah. Definitely hiding something. He's a LARPer in secret. This song, that was Mantra by Jenny. The one you said that sounds like an ad. But now I can't unhear. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, it does sound like an ad. Like, not like a bad way, but. Where my fellow Lizellers at? They're not here, Zirconia. They're not. Should I do the. I've never done the Crash. Is that what it's called? Crash? I've never done that. I've never been there. Should I go? Mizora is Vi? What? You don't do that? Sure you don't. You don't think I've seen Mizora before? She's cool. She's really cool. I understand people's love of everyone. Oh, everyone likes Mizora. Everyone likes Vi. That was not a clear connection. I was like, they're not alike at all. But yeah, I would say everyone likes Mizora. It was the Underdark, and then it came back and did the Crash. I see, but I feel like Shadowheart won't like it. You know, because she's pretty racist. I don't think she'll like it. She'll be like, "Ooh, we can't be here. It's gross." Maybe if I like go in hostilely. That's not a word. Maybe she'll like that. I don't know. But I feel like at this point, can't really do it. I kind of sided against them, you know? But yeah, who knows? You're the crush too. I didn't do it. Bro refused to be paralyzed with hold person. Did the game say, oh, get the Yankee people are not humanoid? Racist. That's so racist. And lock him in Aladdin. Yeah, it's I haven't done that part. But I'm thinking when I play it on stream, I have a mod that gives you like twice the amount of experience. But I don't know if I should do it because like I don't do a lot of side quests. And even doing like a fair amount of side quests in my co-op playthrough, we're quite under leveled. So like even on like Explorer, like it's quite difficult. So I'm thinking maybe I should enable the mod that gives you twice the amount of XP so I can like be at a good level. I don't know. But then like the twice amount of XP is annoying because you have to keep leveling up. And like leveling up is so annoying. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps popping up the menu. You're like, oh my god, like not again. Yeah, I don't know. He kept saving. He thought I needed his consent. Yeah, he was like, if you want to freeze me in place, I have to approve. Hot take, Michi doesn't like Baldur's Gate 3. I think I like about like 30% of the game, but I like that 30% quite a bit. You know, like I would say, and we've talked about this yesterday, but I got drawn in by like I like choosing the dialogue options. I like choosing dialogue options, and I like the characters. I like the character stories and how the characters are written. But at this point, I don't really like the main story. But then I said that like yesterday, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, the main story is not the best." So I thought it was just me, but a lot of people agree that the main story is not the strongest part of the game. I enjoy like half of the combat, I would say. Like I think I like smaller fights. Like sometimes when the fight is too long, it's like too much, you know, like when there's too many people in the fight. And it's like it's just too much, you know? And like there's like sometimes you have like too many spells, and like there's just a lot going on, you know? But I do like the turn-based aspect of it, and I like some of the spells, so I don't know. And I like how there's a lot of freedom in how you can do stuff, especially outside of combat. Like anything that it's kind of like Breath of the Wild in the sense that It's kind of like Breath of the Wild in the sense that like if you can think of something that can be done, um, you can probably do it. Where it's like, oh, like what if I use like this spell to like cheese this puzzle and it will work, right? Um, but yeah, it's I think that kind of stuff is fun, like more like sandboxy kind of thing. It's not quite as sandboxy as Breath of the Wild because it's a lot more restricted in terms of what you can do and like where you can go, but it definitely has that aspect of it where it's like, oh, like what if I completely skip this part of the game with using the spell? And like, yeah, you can. Like any sort of time where like, oh, I could cast Feather Fall on myself so I don't take fall damage and then just fall all the way down to the end. And it lets you do that, right? So I think stuff like that is cool. Would that make it more than 30%? Yeah, I would say I like no, I would say 30%. I would say I like um I would say I like 75% of the game. In terms of what I personally engaged with. But there's some times where I get annoyed. Like I don't like walking around that much. I think walking around is a bit annoying in the game because you have to like keep using like an action to like jump and stuff. I'm like, just let me jump. Like, come on, just let me jump over there. Um, and then like I don't like a lot of like the side quests and stuff, but and some of the combat. But other than that, yeah, I do enjoy it. You only played to romance Shadowheart. Fair enough, fair enough. You said you didn't finish the game, right? Persona is turn-based and has romancing mechanics and natural progression. No, but what I like about Baldur's Gate also is that um, the female characters are very well written, and there's no like weirdness. Like the game is very like sexual and like but like it's not like in a weird way. It's very like everything's very equal. Everyone's an adult. Everyone's like, like it's very equally with the male characters and the female characters. There's like fan service for both. But like not only is there fan service, but the characters all have depth to them, and there's like a variety of different types of female characters and male characters. Like they're not afraid to be like, oh, all the women have to be hot, or like, they're like, oh, we can have like older women, or we can have like, so that like stuff like that. And Persona, you play as a child and you can romance your teacher, which I don't know. I don't know if that would classify it as you know, very responsible. You romance a teacher indirect. Oh, that makes it better. Is Keith the real Pokemon? No, that's an enemy from Breath of the Wild. An Aquaman protagonist? Yeah, everyone is sexualized equally, and that's really what feminism is about. It's about equality. She didn't even know. You should see Persona 5, Angel. You can romance the doctor. You can romance your doctor. And you can romance the teacher right after the first quest of the game. It's like, oh, isn't it so wrong that this teacher is sleeping with the student or like hitting on the student and making them uncomfortable? Oh, but you want to date the teacher and she's wearing like a maid outfit? Go for it. Like I'm like that is like I think Persona has great writing in terms of like the character dynamics. Like I think the relationships and the friendships between the characters is very well written. But in terms of like kind of like problematic aspects, it definitely falls short in that regard. But that's to some people, like I think for a lot of people it's not a deal breaker, but for me it makes me very uncomfortable. But I think it's cute, like when you have like the group of friends and the way they interact with each other is very fun. The combat, I don't really mind. I'm not a combat guy, Didn't Persona was a dating sim? It has a dating aspect of it. But it's no more of a dating sim than like Baldur's Gate. But Takemi? Is that the doctor? I mean, it's totally fine to like the doctor. But like the fact that you were playing as a high school student and then they're like dating the doctor, that's weird, you know? Like if they just had the doctor in the game and she was like cool and sexy, but like you don't date her, that's totally fine. Like that's totally fine. But why are you dating? Why is the student dating her? Or like if we just played it as like an adult. Even if we were an adult, it's very unethical to date your patient. Um but yeah, that's a whole thing, you know? Like she can be cool without like it makes her character worse to date a child. You know what I mean? Like she was cool. Okay, actually, to be fair, she was like experimenting with drugs on the child, so I guess maybe she wasn't ethical from the start. I don't know. It's only unethical if you get caught. You're really gonna say that about basically pedophilia? I don't think that's the joke to make here. The patient doctor part is the issue, not the fact that this adult is dating a person. I mean, they're both bad, but one is worse. You're right. One is worse. But both are bad. But I'm just saying, like, even if our character was an adult, even if the character was an adult, it would still be wrong. You know what I mean? So you're talking about the doctor, the child thing is creepy. I mean, she does many things. Yeah, she first gives you like untested drugs to like run her own study that's like illegal, and then she dates you. So like there's like layers to this, you know? And you're supposed to be like I don't know, like 16. I have no idea. Um Save yourself. No, how selfless. How selfless. What game is this? It's Persona. It's Persona. I've been saying this whole time. There's no reason for the Persona characters to be children. They could just be adults. Like, I think that would make the game better, you know? Like, I think, like, it would fix a lot of the issues in the game. Like, if the characters were just adults, then you could have all these, like, kind of, like, these topics, you know? And then, like everything would be, like, less weird. The more Miji talks about Persona, the more I don't want to play, but I would watch because it doesn't sound real. I mean, it's still like people really like the game, but there's just this one aspect or these few aspects of it that are weird, right? But you could always like not engage with it. You could just date on or like date someone that's also a high school student, or just not date anyone. You never tried Persona because the games are just so long. That's fair too. JRPGs are very long. You always love the music from that game, but never played. It sounds very weird. The music is so good. And welcome in, Vicky. You're doing well. PZ talks about the future, so then being at the threshold of adulthood makes it more impactful, but the romance angles are like, yeah, it's like why include that? You know, it's like what is that really adding to the game? I don't know. But like, yeah, like if you want the aspect of it to be like you want them to be in high school. I think like a lot of Persona, their target audience is a bit younger probably. So maybe that's why they're high school students, because like a lot of teens play Persona, but like why have them date the teacher? I don't know. Interesting in Persona 2 had both teenager and adult party members, and there was no romance angles, never the focal point. I see. They've done it before, but I know people dig the slice of life sim aspect. I mean, I like the slice of life aspect of the game. But I just don't like the I just don't like the inappropriate parts of the game, you know? I stick with Shin Megami Tensei where there's teens, but there's less dating and more arguing philosophy with demons. That sounds more my speed. Yeah, no weebery here. I recently have been watching videos about, you guys know Pretty Little Liars from back in the day? That was crazy. That was crazy. Where one of the students, she one of the main characters, the whole storyline is her dating her teacher. She's like 16. She's dating her teacher. And not only that, you find out later, the story gets like really convoluted. It becomes a huge mess. But basically later on, you also found out that it wasn't even like the first like underage girl he dated before. And then in the end, they get married. Like not even like, oh, like that was bad. Like he should be in jail. They get married, and their parents eventually like her parents eventually like are okay with it. And I'm like, really? This is like gonna end? This is the message you're sending? Yeah, it's crazy. But that was interesting to have on TV. Um, happens IRL more often than you think. I hope not, but they should be arrested instead. But welcome in, Geo. The former president of France. Oh my god, wait, yeah. No, he was just dating someone really young. I don't think he was like a teacher, was he? I can't remember. I remember seeing something about that, yeah. But yeah, it's not great. um Not former, the current. Oh, the current, okay. His wife. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, his wife was yeah, it was like was it like elementary school or like high school? Like his wife is like way older than him, right? And she was his teacher. It's so messed up. It's crazy how that stuff happens. It's like, how is he the president? How is there no like consequences for that? You know, like that's so weird. Maybe like nothing happened till they were older, so like technically it's legal, but that's so wrong. It's France. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, it's you know, um, you love K dramas where student teachers date. They're very fun to watch. It's pretty wrong though. I don't think it's there. I mean, there's a lot of like problematic aspects in Western shows as well, like Pretty Little Liars, for example, or K dramas. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a hot take either. I don't think adults should date children. Also, I think it's weird sometimes. Like, you ever watch like or like I was watching a video recently about Snow White, like the new Snow White live action, and a lot of times they cast like there's like a couple, like it's like the two love interests, right? And then like the age of them is like really far apart. And I find like that's also like really weird. Like when you're like watching it, you're like, oh, like, why does this guy look so old? Like why does he like why does this guy look like it could be her dad? Like even if they're like meant to be the same age in the show, like sometimes they're like it's just like a little too you're like watching it, it's like, okay, I cannot be reasonably convinced that this man is supposed to be in high school. There's this Russian artist in France who kept uncovering infidelities among French politicians, and people pretty much unanimously went, we don't care, it's their personal business. Oh no. I guess you're right, it's just France. I mean, like, there's one thing, like, infidelity is one thing, right? But if you're, like, literally, like, committing a crime, like, sorry, like, infidelity with, like, someone your own age, that's one thing. Like, that's wrong, but, like, that's, like, a different level of wrong than, like, you cheat on your wife and the person you cheated with was, like, 16, you know? There's, like, some... there's different levels there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I just. I feel like I don't. Do I care about politicians' personal life? I mean, it really depends what they're doing, I guess. Like, if it's like, I just want a good look if they're like cheating on their spouse, but I don't know. Just weird. What if Carbon Tax Carney gets caught cheating? Then he'll be called Cheating Guy Carney. They'll come up with a new nickname. Cheater Carney. Cheating on his wife Carney. Who's cheating? Politicians. Apparently. French politicians. Cheating Carbon Tax Call Me. Yeah, that's his new full name. They'll come. Yeah, there's been like infinite. There's a. They're probably gonna call an election soon in Canada, so there's like. Every time I go on YouTube, it's like so many ads. We're like, do you know about Carbon Tax Carney? And you're like, oh my god. Like, I've heard enough. Leave me alone. Um, Election will be in May. Yeah, you always know when it's coming up because you get infinite of these ads. I'm like, man, they're just like slandering each other. Meet you both black Quebecois anyway. Of course. Of course. Quebec forever. Never even need to check, you know? But yeah, it's all the things. Um She does support the French. French forever. Si, c'est moi? Si? What? What did I just what did I just say? Yeah, anyway. I feel like canceled. Oh no, what have I said? I feel like as much as we like discussing more like heavy topics, it's like one thing to discuss it with like your friends, but I feel like anytime it comes up on Twitch, there's always like some comment we don't expect. You know what I mean? I guess it is like a public place. It's like just posting on Reddit with like some like, oh, like Persona 3, the teachers and students are dating, and then there's like you're gonna get a lot of comments, you know? They're coming from Miget? No, they can never. Miget will not be taken down, you know? Miget will forever stay strong. The baguette will never go stale. um, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, what are you guys up to this weekend? I have I'm actually leaving the house. I'm leaving the house today. Big news. I'm going to meet my aunt. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. The baguette is full of preservatives. It is. It is. It might be made of plastic. It's Sunday, so you're crying that tomorrow is Monday. Valid. Valid. New gym. Heading to the gym over the weekday. Oh, the warehouse gym. Enjoy. The one that crochets. No, that's my aunt in Japan. I can't see her that easily. Imagine leaving the house on a Sunday. I know. I know. Is that your grandma? No, my grandma actually does crochet as well, but probably not anymore. She did at some point. It's the world ending. Miju's leaving the house. I left the house yesterday too at Pilates. And then I went to the store, and I actually was out for a while yesterday. Crazy. And I'm gonna be touching grass in like a couple weeks. Like I told you guys, I am taking time off again. No one is surprised. No one is surprised. I am taking time off again in like 2 weeks. Sunday is your home day? Is it? I don't think Sunday is particularly my home day. I think it's you know, it's just I think every day is my home day. But some days I have to leave the house. Gonna be missing Miju. How will I ever go on? You'll have to play some metaphor re-fantagio. And think of me when you date the teacher. If you can date the teacher in metaphor. You feel like Miju would disapprove. You don't have that game. Oh no. You have to play Persona. Date the teacher and be like, Miju would be so mad if she heard about this. In Norway, you're not allowed to mow your lawn and do loud work on Sundays. Also, all the shops are closed. Is it like that's pretty common in Europe, right? We don't have that. Cancel stream last Wednesday, now leaving us in April. But I'm playing Baldur's Gate this Wednesday, so you will be happy. The game doesn't have romance. Oh, actually, for an Atlas game, that's a win. I think it's better. The alternative is better. I like a good romance option in games, but only if it's done well. You know what I mean? Like I think, yeah. For me, it's like if the romanceable character is like just an object to be romanced, then that's not really my cup of tea. It's giving art teacher my sweater. Thank you. Art teacher, I'll take it. Will Draconian be happy about me leaving? No, he's crying. He'll be crying at home. If the game doesn't have romance, it also doesn't have you playing it. Really? What's the romance in Quake? What are the odds that she just stays on vacation and forgets us? I wish I could be on vacation forever. That'd be great. You're actually waiting for that game to go on sale for a lot cheaper. You're more interested in a different RPG called Expedition 33. Is it a JRPG? About Baldur's Gate 3 Wednesday? Yeah, I don't think he'll be happy that it's at 11 p.m. Yeah. Draconian only dates in games? Is that like a... Did you just insult him? Did you just call him maidenless? The romance between you and the rocket launcher. That's true. It's not a JRPG. It's a Western RPG. Expedition 33 looks really interesting. Oh, you know about it too? What kind of RPG is it? Like a RPG or on a scale of... okay, I don't have a good scale. Can you compare it to a different RPG? Welcome into Glitch. If you had to plan an expedition, where would it be to? An expedition? Sounds like sleeping in tents. Going somewhere with no restaurants or showers. So I would say nowhere. I would not like that. It's turn-based, I think. On a scale of combat to dating, on a scale of combat to dating sim, where is it at? But turn-based could mean many things. Like it could be like Pokemon, or it could be like Baldur's Gate, you know? Like Baldur's Gate is like very... Like it's turn-based, but it's like... It's not just like you do things on each turn. It's like there's so many layers to it, you know? Oh yeah, that's something I don't like about Baldur's Gate. I don't like moving on the turn. Like I don't like how it takes your entire turn just to walk over, you know? I don't like that. I'd rather just... They attack, I attack. They attack, I attack. And then they're always missing. They're always missing. Oh, when will I ever stop complaining? On Wednesday, it's gonna be like all stream. I'm gonna be like, why did you miss? Like, we just spent all this whole time and everyone's missing. Guys, stop missing. That's gonna be me. Just use magic missile. It won't miss. Miju inferred it that way. You were simply implying a bold insult. It's okay. He has Lysol. He's happy. He has Lysol. Don't know what he sees in her, but he has Lysol. No one tell her about XCOM. She hates misses. It just seems like a waste of time. Like sometimes you go through all your turns. Okay, because My normal playthrough is on Explorer difficulty. Apparently, you miss less in Explorer difficulty. So Jack and I started a playthrough on Tactician, and everyone misses. None of the spells I have ever hit anyone. I'm like, please, like I'm hitting Fairy Fire. No one gets hit by Fairy Fire. Like, please. It's a turn-based RPG, but they have a new spin where it uses real-time combat, like quick-time events, kind of like Final Fantasy VII Remake. The world looks amazing, and the premise is really interesting and grim. Grim. I see. You have made it clear to Miju that XCOM is the game that she would like the least in the world. I trust Zirconia's judgment. But did you ever expect me to like Baldur's Gate? Because I know you were playing it for a while before I started playing it. And you had gotten into it like a month or two before I did. You just option to one-shot the enemy with a high-level spell, use magic missile. No, I'm not allowed to use that on the co-op. I'm not allowed to use my special spell that one-shots everyone. It's not allowed, yeah. I'll get in trouble. And I won't bring it out on stream, okay? I didn't think you would get into Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't think I would either. Like, as much I saw like just from what I heard about it, I was like there's no way I will like this game, cuz I watched like Rasputin's video of like making his wife play, and I was like, "Oh, this game seems way too tough." But I actually have not played it on my own. So maybe when I stream it, I'm gonna struggle a lot more. But I think it helped like going into it co-op, right? Because I was able to, you know, like it's a lot easier learning curve, right? Because I'm not gonna like I don't have to control all the characters myself, and I pretty much like can't lose, right? Because I'm not like the sole determiner of if we win or lose. Baldur's Gate is pretty popular with women, but you had your doubts. Yeah. I think I'm seeing the appeal though, because like, I think it's the writing. Like, a lot of games, like Baldur's Gate does so well with like both the male and female character writing. Like, a lot of times, like all the men in the game are like the entire game is very like male gazy, you know? Like, all the men are like super like macho men that like guys would like, you know? And like all the women are like very much male gaze kind of design. But Baldur's Gate has a really good variety, and it seems like everyone seems like a real person, and I think they're appealing to both men and women. So it's like it's just I think it's the writing, yeah. And like the characters. I think like there is a lot of things for everyone, right? Like the people who really like the more like tactical aspect, the people who like the more like tactical aspect of like the combat and stuff like that can get like really into it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Tactician was too easy, so then they added like honor mode and stuff. And then like yeah, there's just like a lot of variety and companions, and yeah, they're just well written characters. They seem like real people, which is surprisingly unusual in games. And they handle female characters well. They handle sexualization really well. And I think that plays a really big part in like Baldur's Gate has such a big female fan base as well. And I think similar games probably don't make as much of an effort to do that kind of stuff. Is that Gale's nuke? No, it's a mod. It's a mod that adds like a magic missile spell. It's like one-shots everyone. Because I wanted to play through again to Romance Astarion, but I didn't really want to play it by myself, you know? But now I think I'm gonna Romance Astarion in like the Tactician playthrough. Also, there's dungeons. I hate dungeons! Oh my god, the places I hate the most in Baldur's Gate. 1, Goblin Camp. 2, Shar's Temple. 3, Moonrise Tower. Oh, no. 1, the underground like mind flayer thing. It's so gross. Oh my god. 2, Star Temple 3, Goblin Camp. Anywhere with lot of enemies. So annoying. I hate large fights. You mostly play games co-op with Jack. I think it depends on the game. I kind of got into it because I like watched him play a bit, and I was like, "Oh wait, the picking the dialogue seems fun," you know? So I kind of got into it for that, and I was like watching like Shadowheart and Gale and stuff. So I was like, "Ooh, I actually might give this a try." Um, but some games I don't play a lot of games alone. I guess because I play like Stardew sometimes, but I don't play a lot of games on my free time. Even Will seems like a real person? I think so, yeah. He's just boring. It's not his fault he's boring. Although I heard that he has a lot more character development in his if you do like his origin playthrough, because there's a lot more going on for him in Act 1 and 2. You love large fights that when you do Fireball. No, but then you hit your own guys. Does Jack stream? No, no. Shaming the game's surname? Shaming the game's surname. What? Oh, my surname. Okay, I was like, Gate? I was trying to think of Gate. I thought you were saying like Baldur's Gate. I was like, Gate? Oh, yeah, I see. You can poison the beer at the goblin camp, but you have to slog to get through. Yeah, I think like that was the point in the game where I was like, no, that was the point. I was playing it by myself, and then I was like, that was the point where I was like, Jack, can you join me? I am not fighting this myself. Like, please. So yeah, that was and then I was like, annoyed because like I wanted Astarion, Gale, and Shadowheart, and then I was like, oh, but if Jack joins the party, I can only have two. So then I got the mod where you can get like more than 4 people. But now it's spiraled out of control. We have like 9 people in the party. And it's really annoying. Okay, the worst part about the party expansion mod is that when you go up a ladder, you have to wait for everyone to go up the ladder first. Like Jack controls like 8 or 9 people, and then like I'm like waiting. I'm like I'm at the base of the ladder. It's like you can't go on the ladder. Someone's using it, and I'm like I have to wait for each person to walk up to the ladder. Just get confused about like the AI gets confused. Like, oh, do I go up? Do I go up? And then it goes up the ladder, and I have to wait for each one. That's the worst thing. Your music boomer is for real off the charts today. I'm sorry. I'm just slow. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with your wit. You know. You're just so witty. Have y'all considered Split Fiction? Yeah, I want to play that, but I need to finish Baldur's Gate first. It's one at a time. But I really want to play Split Fiction because apparently it's even better than It Takes Two. Split Fiction looks fun gameplay, but the writing feels cheesy, does it? I mean, at least in It Takes Two, the story was there, but it was really more about it was more gameplay first. It was like make the gameplay fun, right? I think that's the main aspect. That's why I compare it to like Mario. Meet you earlier. It's annoying to wait so long to my turn. I downloaded a mod to expand my party to like 8 people. Yeah, that's the part of why it takes so long. But these days I control. You guys will be proud of me. I control 3 people. I control me, Gale, and Astario. So I do get some turns, but sometimes I'm just waiting. And oh my god! And sometimes the enemy AI breaks, and they just stand there for like 20 seconds, and they're like they can't figure out what to do. They just like stand there and they just freeze. That's so annoying. I don't know if you guys get that also. But the enemy AI sometimes gets very confused and it just like will not move. I'm like, can you guys just skip your turn, or like can we have like a time limit here? Like, come on. A lot of people seem to like Split Fiction. Apparently, it's really well done. Yeah. Does Split Fiction also take 2? Yeah, you'll need a friend, Ratsy. That's mainly a problem with Zrel in Moonrise Tower. Her AI got busted by a patch. Oh my god, and that bug I got in the Moonrise Tower where um Isabel walks into the cutscene and she walks over like this like acid that was like spilled on the ground, and then she walks over it, she gets a little bit injured in the cutscene, by the way. She walks over this acid, she gets injured, and then Jahira is like, "You hurt, Isabel? I'm leaving the party." And she keeps leaving the party, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's not my fault. Like stuff like that bug was actually really funny, but I could not figure out why she was doing that. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of weird bugs. And then like Jahira is super bugged. Like multiple times now, like dismiss her from the party and then she won't come back in. Like she's like her dialogue gets like bugged and there's no option to invite her back. So you have to like reload and not remove her from the party. So it's like it's super weird. Ratsy right now, oh no. But I think in my okay, you guys can help me with this, but my idea right now for my solo playthrough, I've never played solo, so I'm not used to controlling a lot of characters. I think I'm gonna do me, Gale, obviously. At this point, I'm a Gale girl. I cannot resist Gale. And then Shadowheart, because she's nice. And Astarion. That's my plan, but I think I just want to skip all of Astarion's turns. Is that okay? What do you guys think? Can I just skip his turns? Because I don't really. I wanted to get a mod that like can make some AI, but I couldn't get it to work. But then I thought it'd be kind of funny if they're controlled by AI, because I think they might do weird things. You know? I don't know why it's not like a native setting, by the way, as well. Like, why don't they have a setting, especially in like Explorer difficulty, for the characters, the companions, to be controlled by AI? Right? Because like when you think about it, like the game is very complex, even just playing one character. And then now you have to play like 4 characters that all have completely different playstyles. And all have like so like each character has like 10 spells. Not 10 spells. Like each character has like 10 to 20 spells. And you're like, how are you supposed to learn all these different characters? It's really tough. What class are you thinking of making? Bard. I'm like really emotionally attached to Bard. I've never played anything else. And I like Bard. Like I like having really high deceptions and persuasions and sleight of hand. I love stealing stuff. And it brings me a lot of joy to be able to lockpick everything and to convince people not to fight. I think when I do my solo playthrough, I'm just gonna try and avoid fights where possible. I think that's the plan. He's up there calling someone else to start. He's not staying up past a minute. Yeah, it's not. He's gonna stream or not stream. He's gonna log on and play from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. just to play a story. And then he's gonna bite. Draconian's deaf. He will definitely kill me. Like with the blood. Like if Draconian was controlling Astarion, he would immediately, like, I would not trust him to suck my blood. Like, he would absolutely kill me. You're done. Yeah. He wouldn't even ask. Miju will only play Bard even though she perfectly described a rogue. But Astarion's a rogue. No, I like doing support spells. I like doing Fairy Fire. I like playing Fairy Fire, and I like... I don't know. I like, I can't think of other spells. I like Fairy Fire. I like Fairy Fire. I don't really know what it does, but it's helpful, I think. You'll play Astarion, your chat telling me how she should do. That's okay, Ratsy. Actually, that'd be fun if I could like make chat control one of them. I'm sure there's like a mod that can do that, but I don't have it set up, you know? And it probably wouldn't work just for like, it probably only works for like the player character. Um, or maybe I'll just let chat choose what he does. Um, are you ever gonna get advantage on enemies without a tanky character? Doesn't Fairy Fire get advantage? What is advantage? What is advantage? Why do I want it? Why? I just have magic missile. Shadowheart is gonna heal. I'm gonna Fairy Fire, and Gale's gonna magic missile, and then we're gonna win. That's my plan. My favorite spell in Baldur's Gate has to be Spirit Guardians. What is Spirit Guardians? Is that when you summon someone? Because I don't like summoning someone, because that's like an extra person to control. I avoid it. I never take those spells. There's a mod for Twitch chat to play Stardew. That'd be fun if you guys could control a Starion, but I don't know if that's possible. You want someone tanky to prevent Gale from getting ganked? You're right. We don't have a front line, is what you're saying. Well, yeah, I don't have a front line. But like, I don't like the front line guys. Like, I want my friends, you know? I think in Baldur's Gate, it's about me and my friends. Me and my girlies going to fight a giant brain. Advantage is when there are 2 dice rolls for a check. But like, does that matter? I mean, I'm sure that's good, but like, I'm sure I'm fine without it, right? Spirit Guardians when you create an AoE shield around the field around the caster. Oh, the gold one? I've seen that. That one looks really strong. But my favorite spell is Knock. You can get advantage on the enemy by having a teammate in melee range of them. So you're saying I should add Lizelle to my team so she can die every battle? I don't want her there. I think she's mean, and she wants to kill me. And Shadowheart is racist, so she doesn't like her. Advantage will give you the highest dice roll. But, well, I feel like I'll be okay without it. I don't know. Because, like, do I ignore all that part? Like, right now, my level of play is, like, I'm trying to figure out the different levels of spells. And I try not to use them all at once, you know? But I do use them all at once. So, like, what's the point of advantage if I have no spells? You know? And I feel like, well, yeah, I know to some degree, they're like, you roll the dice to like, it all happens in the background, so it's kind of unclear. But like, you roll the dice to hit or not hit. And there's something to do with AC. It's all like part of it. And then also, you roll the dice to, I don't know if it's the same dice or a different dice. You roll again, or you roll some dice to, like, you can have like high rolls or low rolls on the damage. Armor class, but you have to roll above to hit. There's no way I'm gonna think about all this in the fight, you know? Like, here I am, in my brain, I'm just thinking, wow, there's a lot of spells. Which one should I choose? This is my brain in the battle, okay? I go into the fight, and first I'm like, where are the enemies? I'm like, this is said out loud, okay? So you're playing co-op with me. Imagine this. We go into the fight. I go, where are the enemies? Where are they? And then Jack pings each enemy, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're there. This happens every fight. And then I go, and then I'm like, okay. And then I go, when is it my turn? When can I play? Why won't it be my turn yet? And then Jack goes, oh, it's you gotta wait. Like, you're like, this is you on the turn order. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine. And then I'm like, And then I'm like, which one is the big end? Which one am I supposed to hit? Like, which character portrait is the one I'm trying to hit? And like, usually I don't have any sense of which enemy to hit first. And then I'm like, oh, what spell should I, like? And then I'm like, oh, should I use this spell? And he's like, no, don't waste your spells. It's like one guy. And I'm like, should I use Fairy Fire? He's like, no, don't waste your spell. It's one guy. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I'm like, well, I can't do anything else. And he's like, have you heard about cantrips? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I remember cantrips. Just yesterday, I was like, why doesn't this vicious mockery spell, like, why doesn't it use a spell slot? And he was like, it's a cantrip. And I was like, oh, you're right. I forgot about cantrips. And then and then if it's like a big fight, then I sometimes I'll do like a fairy fire, and then on Gale I'll do magic missile, and then he'll be like, why'd you use magic missile? Can you use your cantrip? And I'm like, no. No, I cannot. Or I yeah, it's usually stuff like that, yeah. And then on Astarion, I don't really know what goes on, yeah. Want me to link the Larian Baldur's Gate 3 Twitch extension? I have it. It's on. I disabled it for the stream because it kept like showing up, but I have it. All the weapons and spells have a damage range and also what dice are being rolled for them. What do you mean what dice are being rolled for them? Do you have special dice? And then 5 minutes later, Misha uses Magic Missile. Magic Missile's the best one. This sounds like a nightmare to me. You want to play? How long do you guys think Zirconian would last? Me and Zirconian, honor mode. How long would we last? Would we get out of the ship? I don't think so. You saw Cersei about it today that uses Mage Hand to throw a bottle of water to boost lightning damage. What the hell? That's cool. It's cool that you can do stuff like that. You know what triggers your anxiety in Baldur's Gate? When you cross a bridge or go into a new part of the map, I suddenly hear all these dice rolls. Perception failed, perception failed, perception failed. And you're like, ah, crap, I'm dead. But usually I just walk into the trap. It's actually fine. Like, sometimes you can't get past a trap, then you could just go. Like, usually you're fine. And then you like jump over the trap, and then your characters are grouped, and they all walk over it. And you're like, good job, guys. You're doing great. Thanks for walking directly into a bomb. They're not very smart. They're not very smart. And welcome in, Khan. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, but I'm not really well versed enough to get into like the not really well versed enough to get into the like the building aspect, you know, like when you go into the level up and it's like pick a feat and there's like 70 feats and you're like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like, what is this, you know? And then one time I was like leveling up Gale and I accidentally unequipped magic missile. I've never been more sad. I was like, where's my magic missile? I was useless. I think you would make it to the fight at the Grove before you'd be dead inside. What fight at the Grove? There's no fight at the Grove. Oh, you mean the one outside the door? You mean that one? You mean the one at the door? Oh, that's really early. I was thinking like later. That's true. That's true. That fight is tough. Miju would ask if she should use a spell. I think you can use a spell at that point. But let me phrase it like this. In our tactician run, we haven't yet made it to the goblin camp. We just reached the grove, and I think we've long rested about 6 times. So I think like, no, maybe not 6 times. Maybe like 4 times. Something like that. And then it made us long rest twice in a row because When I died from Astarion, I didn't long rest, so I had no spells when I woke up. Like I was like on the brink of death after I got revived. Like I had like 1 HP, and I had no spells, and then I made a long rest again. Because I was like, I can't do anything with no spells. Like, what am I gonna do? You bought Baldur's Gate 3 during the Steam Spring Sale, but you haven't played it yet. You'll love it. You'll love it. I mean, um, it's a great game. If me, fantasy hater, strategy hater, can enjoy the game, so can you. Um, Almost like you shouldn't trust a vampire. Yeah. Eat a potion of angelic slumber. Is that a thing? A long rest potion? Where do you get those? Where do you get those? I want it. Jack found me this amulet that restores a spell slot, but I always use it right away, and then so I don't. I want more. Like, do they stack? Like, can I have like amulet spell slot, helmet spell slot, armor spell slot, boots spell slot? You know. Gotta finish a few other games first, not the backlog. What's on your list? Really can't wait for the Major Draconian playthrough. I don't think his like mental health will survive that. I think he will lose his sanity quickly. But maybe by the time I finish, by the time I finish my playthrough, maybe I'm really good. You know? You'll never see me again. He'll hit his limit. He's like, I can never see your face again. Goodbye. You're only 4 hours into Persona 5, see you in 3 months. True, okay. If Persona 5 is at the top of your backlog, yeah, that's gonna be a while. If someone has ever played Baldur's Gate 3, all this might be high level sophistication. It's tough out there, man. Like the game there's a lot going on in the game. And I don't even know where the enemies are. It's hard to see them. The circle around them needs to be brighter. Like they need to like glow, you know? But my vision has never been better for picking up potions. I'm like, I don't know. The crazy thing is it makes me want to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. You're gonna go into the rabbit hole. Everyone was saying yesterday that the story is better in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. And people like Divinity Original Sin, something like that. You're just gonna like play their entire catalog. Neon rave lights to identify everyone for real. I need that. Like, you know, people complain about like, oh, the markers, like where to go is too obvious. There's like lines on the ground. I need that. I can't see anything. Like it's like I need like a giant glowing arrow. When I play, my favorite feature in games is in Naughty Dog games, they have like a feature where like you can press the stick in and it will like point you where you need to go. There's like a giant arrow and like a sound cue that like shows like go through this door. So that's my favorite feature. It's for blind people, but like I need it. I need it. It's literally so people who are blind can play the game, but I need it. Maybe I'm in spirit part of that. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are made by BioWare, the Mass Effect guys. That sounds pretty good as well. Thought you were gonna say colorblind options. No, I'm not colorblind. I'm just blind. I think I just still like to this day. I'm gotten a lot better at like controlling cameras and stuff in games, but it's still not the best. Still not the best at controlling cameras. So I think that contributes to my I don't have like a good sense of my surroundings. Like I don't have a good sense of like where I am in the world when I play games. And I think I just get like find it hard to perceive stuff around me. So I think that's still like a bit of an issue for me. It's definitely easier in games that are like third person and like zoomed out and stuff, but in Baldur's Gate sometimes it's like the areas can be a bit difficult to navigate. Yeah, it's not too bad until you like go into like a house. Going into like enclosed areas always gives me a bit of a hard time in games. So yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna be playing Baldur's Gate on controller because you do not want to see me play on PC. Or sorry, not on PC, on like keyboard and mouse. Like it will be painful. You will never see anything on the screen because my camera will be like in the floor, like the whole time. So I'm saving you guys the pain. Um, I'm saving you guys the pain of watching me play with the keyboard and mouse. Okay, like you guys saw my camera skills and when we were playing marbles, it's gonna be like that the whole game. Trying to go up the stairs and ending up running around the back of the house. Yeah, and like controlling like where to go on keyboard and mouse. Like you sometimes you click and it's like not the right spot. It's like because like there's like depth perception, but it's like not quite. It's weird. Yeah, so I really like the controller. I really like controller on Baldur's Gate. Also, I get like wrist pain when I play on keyboard and mouse. I've kind of gotten better. I have like my wrist rest. It's helpful, but I still prefer the ergonomics of a controller, and it's less loud. Like you guys don't want to be hearing like I don't know if you can hear the keyboard sounds, but you don't want that. You don't want that. Your basic girl wrist rest. I know. I caved, but it's cute. It's a little cloud. And I have like a blue and white keyboard, so it's we like the girl gamer wrist rest. And it's very nice. I like it. And it really helped me during my Stardew when I was binging Stardew, when I was no lifing Stardew. Um I think it really helped my ergonomics. And also like I think my chair was too low. That was like a big thing. Um Yeah, the Stardew grind, exactly. Um, no lifing Stardew is the only way to play. Yeah, that's the only way I play Stardew as well. Like it's like you either don't play it at all, like you don't touch the game for like months and months or years even, and then you get back into it, you no life it for like a month, and then you just stop playing it again, and then and then you enter another phase later in life. That's how Stardew is played for me. It's not just like, I'm playing it here and there. It's like, no, it's either your entire life or you don't play it at all. Try saying wrist rest fast 5 times. Wrist rest, wrist rest, wrist rest, wrist rest, wrist rest, wrist rest. Got it. I'm actually insane. Every year you know life for a month. I don't know, maybe not every year. Whoa, bars! I'm insane. It's not that hard, Angel. Try it out loud right now. You got another joke. It better be better than the last one. Okay, hit us. Let's do with farming sim in general. When I get in the mood, I know life a whole game. Then I don't want to play another farming sim for a year and a half until I repeat. Honestly, I've played a lot of Stardew. I've played a lot of Stardew like games, and I don't know, nothing is as good as Stardew. I've played like I tried those games, so like everyone's like, oh, it's a new Stardew, and it's like none of them are as good. Like I think the only ones that I really like are ones that are like quite different. Paris was overrun by a gang of criminal anarchists who dressed as mimes. They did unspeakable things. I mean, that one at least makes sense. Makes sense? You just tried it and now you have carpet tunnels. Oh no, not the carpet tunnels. You gotta get the wrist brace to use with your wrist rest. Be careful, man. But yeah, it's I will not be playing Baldur's Gate on keyboard because I've not figured that part out. It's too hard. I'm still not a keyboard gamer. Like I've gotten pretty good. I've gotten pretty good at controller, but I am definitely still not very proficient at keyboard and mouse. Like the only game I'm like the only game I really like playing on keyboard and mouse is Stardew. Because like how else will I animation cancel, you know? But then I animation cancel too hard and then like my wrist starts hurting. You know, people play Elden Ring with keyboard and mouse. It's like end game PC nerd. I think like speedrunners do as well. There's like some sort of benefit to it. I don't know. But yeah, playing Elden Ring. I feel like Elden Ring is a control. I feel like even people who don't like playing on controller play Elden Ring on controller. Cause it's like Elden Ring is absolutely meant for controller. How sweaty are you in Stardew? Very, very. Or you mean like physically sweaty? Like I'm sweaty and like I'm tryharding. I'm tryharding. You don't play video games at all? Rare, rare Twitch, very rare on Twitch. You're animation canceling? Yeah, I am. Once you start animation canceling a Stardew, you cannot go back. It feels way too slow without it. Like if I load up my game and my animation canceling is not turned on, I'll be like, oh my god, I can't play like this. Made you has a Stardew towel for when she plays Stardew. I'm just getting so sweaty. I'm just like sweating. It's like a full body workout, animation canceling, you know? It's like I'm chopping those trees in real life. I hooked up my controller to my handy little axe and I'm like chopping, you know? So it's tough out there. But I don't know if I'll like I don't know if I'll finish the entirety of Baldur's Gate on stream. Oh, we'll see. It's a long game, no? But I guess I won't do like side quests. But I might need to turn on that mod to like get more XP. Because if I don't do the side quest, I'm gonna be like super underleveled. That's what happens to me in Pokemon. And in Pokemon, it's fine. You can just spam potions and get through. But like, can you get through in Baldur's Gate with that? No. Stardew is more intense than Just Dance. Yeah, truly immersive. Wrist muscles doing cardio. My wrist muscles are weak. There, look. I can't even hold. You guys know I have terrible wrists. The most realistic farming experience on the market today. Exactly. I'm ready to go out into the world and become a real farmer. It's just weak overall. That's true. We know this. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom again. I will be right back. Enjoy a second Malomart today. A rare second Malomart. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be back. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Sorry to interrupt the Malomart. And thanks for the 7 stream streak, Angel. I appreciate it. Oh, the weather is so bad. I swear on like Friday we had like a storm. Like it was raining so hard that I was like, have I ever seen rain like this? It was like you step like if I stepped outside, you'd be like completely drenched in like a second. It's like that kind of rain. But the Malomar back on. No. No, she came back. Glad to see. Glad to see what you guys are here for. Baldur's Gate and Malomar. That's it. That's it. I still have not played Twilight Princess to this day. The good old Caribbean rainstorms. Yeah, because I feel like here in Vancouver, like in the Pacific Northwest, like we get a lot of rain. Um, we we get a lot of rain, and but it's never like really really hard, like a torrential downpour kind of rain. It's like just like constant rain, but like not too heavy, you know? We need to just, can you leave stream on and just Malamar, like a 24/7 Malamar stream? Maybe you can sing the Malamar to make up for turning off. That was the wrong key. I transposed it. A couple of years ago, you went to the shops in the middle of the day, lovely clear sky. On the way home, a rain shower came and drenched me in literally seconds. There was so much water. We usually don't get stuff like that here. It's like in Japan, that's quite common, where it's like it'll rain really hard, but like for a short amount of time. Like it usually doesn't rain for a long time. But here it'll rain like a decent, like a moderate amount, just for like a short, for like all day, you know, all year. You watched a documentary on the Joplin E5 tornado in 2011. That was scary. Yeah, tornadoes are scary. In NYC, we got that torrential Caribbean storm once, and it freaked everyone out that's from the Caribbean. Oh no. Yeah, we normally don't get like crazy, like weather, or like we don't get like hurricanes or tornadoes here. But we got our earthquake. We got our earthquake, like a really mild earthquake a few weeks ago, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like, what a, like it was like the most biggest news that like ever happened, you know. But in Japan, if there was like an earthquake like that, it probably wouldn't even be on the news. Like, we're just very not used to these things. Um, the tornado destroyed the entire town. That's a big tornado. That's scary. Um, do you know what happens if a giant duck farts? An earthquake. Rats, you started the dad joke train. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna. You and Angel started the dad joke train, and it's taking over. You blame Angel. Yeah, maybe Angel started it. You're right. Once people are like, ah, you know, like once people are like, oh, Miji doesn't like dad jokes, they all come in. um, chat just loves to see me suffer. um, it's not that I really hate them. I just never find them that funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I just don't get it. I don't know. You banned anime too, but chat is still full of weebs. That's true. That's true. It's like they don't listen, you know? It's I think it's just like there's still a lot of weebs, and still a lot of dad jokes, and like they cannot be eradicated. That's I've lost control. I've lost control. They're all here. That's okay. As long as they're chill. As long as they're chill, it's all good. Ratsy's on a weeb yet. I think he's easily swayed. Just like Shadowheart. Like if he gets into it, it's like 0 to 100, you know? Yet. Yeah, exactly. Yet. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Probably by the end of this year. I bet. It will, but maybe there's still hope, you know? You're not a weeb because you don't watch anime. That's good. That's good. Not watching anime is good. Your OCD does mean if I get into something, you'll consume a lot of info. Exactly, exactly. You will go either you won't like it or it will consume you. But do you like if you got into anime, would you like drop K-pop or like will you have both? Cuz like what about all your K-pop tickets, you know? Or it's like did they just accumulate? Why not both? Cuz like I don't know. Like it would just be like too much. You know, how can you dedicate your life to two things? You'd probably drop Netflix. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, maybe if I stop streaming Genshin, there'll be less weebs. You know? Maybe it was Genshin that was bringing in the weebs. That is possible. But I feel like a lot of weebs come in on chatting too. I think there's just a lot of weebs on Twitch. Like I think there's just a lot of weebs on Twitch. It's just like a common hobby. You need to watch One Piece. We'll see you in like 2 years. It's gonna take forever. It's gonna that is something that would absolutely consume your life. The weebs can sense your Japaneseness. It is in my bio, I think, but it's not like in my main bio. Like I think I need to go into like the panels to read that. Or do you think they like search it out? Like it's not in like the tags or anything. Like you think they're like searching around? They're like, oh, this person looks like they might be Japanese, and then they like check and they're like, oh, she is Japanese. Or they're just like it's like a weeb sense, you know? Maybe they just know. You're like into Japanese music, then into anime. Your recent playlist is just girl groups and Japan hip hop. Nice, nice. Came here because you K-pop in a title, and you like K-pop. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't even remember when you came in, Matsu. I feel like you've always been here now. The weaves are using Grab on Twitch. They're just like scripting. They're finding Japanese people, but they don't understand Japanese, so they're like they can't watch Japanese streams. That's why. But if they were grepping, they would see my no weebs allowed tag. You still be a K-pop stan because a casual listener. K-pop is easier for you. Yeah, fair enough. I came for Breath of the Wild, and you really don't know why you were still here. Sure, sure. You were always here. You were always here. Yeah, you're right. Didn't we meet in Player 5 stream? But then you didn't even come through that, right? You just found on like a recommended? Something like that? Is that the origin story? And I was like, Angel, I know you. Like, we were in chat together, and you were like, were we? Something like that? I think it was something like that. So it was Breath of the Wild adjacent, you know? Might have not been a direct connection, but it was there. And I was like, I don't know this person. Oh, it was forgotten. I'm not memorable enough, you know? But yeah, it's been a minute. I think like when did Angel join? January 1st, 2023. That's 2 years. You're following for 2 years? That's crazy. Angel was always here. What a throwback. You're so deep in Breath of the Wild. I think you did show up in my recommended. Yeah, I think that's how. I think it was like Twitch had this like algorithm connection, you know? But yeah, that's crazy. Followed on January 1st to make it easier to calculate. Was it actually January 1st? Oh yeah. Wow. It's like January 1st, 2023 was like 2 years ago. Can't believe it was 2 years ago. I've never seen a Breath of the Wild stream. Oh, mine. You mean mine? Yeah, I was. I don't think I was streaming. I don't think I was streaming Breath of the Wild in 2023 because that's the year Tears of the Kingdom came out, right? Something like that. Um, you missed the glory days back in the day. You're May 2024. Wait, that's a while as well. Oh my gosh. Was May 2024 like that long ago? That's crazy. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, it's I don't even know what was I doing in 2023? Was I playing Just Dance? What was I doing? What was I streaming? Was I streaming Pokemon? I have no idea. I was here for like 6 years. I can't believe 2024 was 6 years ago. That's crazy. I feel like I'm just like um I feel like I'm like a different like if someone started shaming now, I feel like I'd be like a different generation. You know? Like I was like I feel like I'm like, oh, back in my day, Twitch was Twitch was like this back in my day. But yeah, it feels like I mean I did start streaming on the pandemic, so I think pandemic streaming was like a very specific era of Twitch, you know? Because like so many people were streaming. Because it's like, what are you gonna do? You know, like it's 2020. What are you gonna do? So I think that was a very different time, and a lot of I say it's a lot, but like a lot of friends that I made streaming do not stream anymore. Like pretty much all of them stopped streaming. Like only like a handful of them still stream now, because like a lot of people were pandemic streamers, and when life happened again, it's like they just stop streaming because like it's hard to keep up with it because it takes up a lot of time. It's a very big time commitment, and as you have to go back to work and do all these things. Like it's it's understandable. Most likely happening, probably. It's sad to see friends fall out of a common hobby. I mean, like they have lives to live, like I think it's okay. But yeah, I used to know a lot of other streamers, but I feel like these days not as much. But I think for me as well, like I used to watch a lot of Twitch during the pandemic times, and as time went on and as the years went on, I stopped watching a lot of Twitch, which is like for me, I'm not as like in tune with like Twitch as a viewer. I don't think I'm as ingrained into Twitch as I was before. Because before I would watch a lot of Twitch and like watch a lot of different streams and like engage with a lot of different streams, and now I don't do that. Cause like for me, it's like all of my Twitch time, like streaming is like already a big time commitment. Watching as a viewer on top of that, is like a more of a time commitment that I'm even able to do. Like I think like I try to catch most of Istad's streams and that's about it. But sometimes I'm even like I'm like once I'm done streaming, I have to do other stuff, you know? It's like it's tough. Not up on the latest meta. What are people doing? Not a filthy viewer anymore. Ah, I'm better than that. um And welcome in you and me, trying to go on streamers, and we just got more streamer friends. Yeah, I used to like raid out every stream. But now I like don't know anyone. Now I like literally like I don't know anyone streaming. Like that's like that's kind of sad as well, because it's like before it was like community of like people I knew who were also streamers, but now not really. But I think now I'm just kind of chilling. I'm like doing my own thing. I don't really care about like what other people are doing, or like I don't really care about like um the I don't really care about like the meta of it or anything like that. Um so it's like for me it's like we have a community here, and without really doing anything else, like I feel like we get we got some nice people coming in. But generally it's like it's us. And we're chilling, you know? Tell Stat to start streaming when yours ends. I mean, he does on Wednesday. But on today, he'll probably stream like 5 hours from now, so I'm not gonna make it to that. Um so would Miju be open for raid rag? I don't really like raiding people I don't know. That's the thing. Cause like you never know. Like if you're raiding like a stranger, obviously if like chat recommends someone, it's like a bit different. But for me, it's like usually when I end stream, I'm just leaving. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta go. You know, it's usually how it goes. He's too busy making the bread today. No, he still has a lot of time. I don't know if he's streaming today. You notice streamers stop rating? I think it's the same thing, right? Like I think a lot of people like I don't think streaming is a very for most people it's not a very long hobby. Like a lot of people quit streaming like most people don't stream for years, right? Like let's be real. Most people will drop off at some point, right? I think it's the same kind of thing. Like it's like, oh, like as you go on, like less and less people, less and less streamers you know will still be streaming. And I think people are pretty hesitant to rate someone they don't know. I know a lot of people still do, but I think it's very understandable to be hesitant to rate someone you don't know. Because like, you could go into their stream, they could be like, I don't know, either, not that bad of a case or just not looking at chat at all, or they're really terrible people. Like you might raise someone, they might be awful. Like I don't know. So it can be a tough time, and I think people are busy. You know, like you don't always have time to like scout out new streamers and stuff. Cause I think at least in my case, like a lot of my time is just like I make time in my life to stream because I enjoy streaming, but I don't necessarily have time to watch new streams. Because like, say I have like 5 streamer friends, there's no way you can watch all their streams. Like, if you have like a decently busy life, like you cannot watch all. Like people stream a lot, right? So it's like, it's one of those things. Rating that one guy who yelled at his baby. Oh no. You don't want to share your viewers, they're mine. No, they're not yours. They're mine. Let's raise that streamer goes to different countries for the purpose of annoying locals. No. That guy who was like wreaking havoc on Japan. You mainly watch 2 streamers and then I'll sometimes watch if I'm not doing much and someone's on. Yeah, fair enough. I think like watching any more than depending on how often they stream, watching any more than like 2 or 3 streamers is like that's like a full schedule, you know. But I basically stopped finding new streams. I think that's how it goes because like I think when you first start Twitch, you're like watching, you're meeting a lot of different people. But as for me, like I've been streaming for like 4 years now, so I know a few people stream and I like trust them, I know them. But like am I really making the effort to like go out and like find new people, like new streamers to meet? Like not really, right? At this point. You like it when we're stream and then we raid VOD. You can raid VODs? Like raiding someone offline? Oh my, is a bot? It is. You watch Miju now. Back when I started Twitch 10 years ago, you were always on Twitch? Like you watched a lot? I feel like watching too many streams is like really, it can be really invasive to your personal life. Cause like, I think like usually streamers like stream like a fair amount a week. So if you watch like many streamers, it's like, it's hard to find the time to watch all of them, right? And then like sometimes, I noticed like when I was watching a lot of streams, like sometimes you'd feel like a bit like FOMO, you know, like you're like, oh, if I miss a stream, like FOMO, you know? But it's like, you shouldn't feel that way, right? Because it's like, you know, obviously Like I always tell viewers, like your life comes first. Like you should not hesitate to miss a stream to do something in your personal life, you know? And but it's really easy to feel like, ah, I'm missing out. Like they're having so much fun without me. But it's like that's not your life. Like you can watch streams and it's entertaining, it's fun. We have a nice community, but like your real life is more important, you know? Not now, wife. I'm watching my favorite streamer right now. There's definitely guys like that out there. Um, we started watching Twitch around 2012, 2014 era, but I only watched WoW and Hearthstone back then. Oh yeah, and there's also yeah, like I think watching for certain games is common as well. But I haven't done that. Um, if I have climbing plans Wednesday, you'll see Michi Saturday. Exactly, exactly. Like that kind of stuff is more important. Not now, son. Pokemon is live, but not now. And your son is a baby. Your son is a baby. The baby's crying. Not now, son. I need to renew my tier 3 sub. I bet that phrase has been spoken. I can't attend. I can't attend your recital. My favorite math YouTuber is on. True, true. Maybe my tier 3 is ending soon. Oh no. It's your baby will just have to be fed later, you know? Very important. If you let your prime sub expire, your streak, your subscription streak will end. Very important. But yeah, I think on Twitch, like there was definitely like a very different vibe during pandemic times because like we all didn't have a lot to do, you know, like there was a lot. And it's crazy, like since I started streaming, I think like some people have been here since the start, but like in general, like the community itself has changed a lot. Like there's always people coming and people going. And it's like there's always like a new kind of like group of people. You know what I mean? Like it's like but that's the case for any like online community, right? But then you look back and you're like, oh, I remember these people. Like, man, that was a totally different time. I haven't seen that person in years, right? That's crazy. If I gift enough subs, you might have a new mother soon. Oh no. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm sure people have given their life savings at some point. It's like a gotcha. Is it better or worse to spend money on a at least if you give money to a streamer, it's going to like a real person, and versus if you spend money on like Genshin. I guess it's like marginally better, but like you probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's oh no. Oh god, you're we. I'm not reading that out loud. But yeah, pandemic Twitch was a very different time. Yeah, and I feel like the community is constantly shifting. And there's always people coming and going. And I think the nice thing about Twitch is like you meet a lot of different people. Like you'll never meet this many people, you know? Like you'll never meet this many people from like so many different places, and it's pretty cool. You can only think of 2 streamers who I used to watch that still stream, and one is a full-time creator now. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't stream for that long, you know? I think it makes sense. Like it can be it's a very time-consuming hobby, you know? It's very time-consuming, and it's very fleeting, I guess. Like especially like I think I've been fairly lucky to find like stability in some sense, you know? 'Cause I think it's very common on Twitch, like especially if you take some time off. Not people like not many people, not everyone will come back. You made little friends on Twitch that have traveled to me. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, and like that's a nice thing, especially when I started streaming. Like I made a lot of friends. Um, I think it's very normal, especially when you first start on Twitch, to make a lot of friends, and um, it's very common, and you can meet a lot of people. We'll stay in New Jersey on hiatus. Poor New Jersey. It was too cold. They decided to take a break. Should I streaming is more of a college person's game? Yes, yeah. Most streamers. Have you guys noticed most streamers are like 18 to 22, and there's a very specific reason for that. You know, like people who start streaming generally are like that age, um, because like it's infinitely hard to stream if you have like a family, right? Like some people still do it, absolutely, and like props to them, but it's infinitely harder. Um, so that's why it's very common to start around that age. Because like when I first started streaming, I was like, man, everyone's my age. Like everyone I meet is like the same age as me. That's crazy. um, so that's it's very interesting. Um, you also met me too, unfortunately. Um, you haven't met your friends in a while. I never do. I'm pretty introverted. Almost all the streamers I regularly watch are like late 20s to early 30s. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I think I ended up like the streamers I ended up being friends with are like, generally actually I mean I have a pretty wide range of people I end up being friends with, but a lot of times when I started streaming, a lot of people were very close to my age. Especially like newer streamers, like who are all like kind of pandemic streamers as well. Um, Most people are in their 20s. And I think usually like yeah, I think a lot like I would assume the majority of Twitch is like especially streamers are like in their 20s. Cuz like as you go into your 30s, like a lot of people have like more like responsibilities and like less time, so um I think that makes sense. The one I know is full time just finished her 6 months off for having a kid. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Must be tough. You ran into a VTuber that couldn't have been older than 16. It could be yeah. I can't watch like I can't watch streamers that are very young. I think when I first started streaming, I had a lot of younger viewers, and as much as like they were really cute and like they were very supportive and stuff, but Um I felt so much responsibility for like like keeping them safe. Like I was like that kind of stuff is tough, right? Like I understand a lot of people may not want to deal with that. Like I just felt so much like I was like, oh my god, like these kids are not safe. Like please, like 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 I had to have like all these rules and like like hey, like maybe don't say like I'm 13 like in the chat. Like don't say that. Like there's gonna be people out there who are not not safe. Um Most streams got to be college age. It makes sense. Yeah, I think it's very common to start streaming in like college years for sure. Um, yeah, it's you say one unless you get banned on Twitch. Yeah, you're not supposed to be under 13 because like that's like the age you need to be to make an account. I think I talked about this before, but like um when I first started streaming, someone was like, "Hi, I'm watching with my whole family." They're like, "We're watching at the dinner party. All my aunts and uncles are here." And I was like, "Oh, hello." I was like, "Man, like, okay, a whole family's watching? Is that what family friendly means?" And then there's been a few people who are like, "Oh, I'm watching with my son," or like, I'm watching with my like I'm watching with my son. I'm watching with my daughter. I think it's cute. Um, what age do you need to be to get banned? You have to be 13 to make an account. So if you say you're under 13, then that'll be an issue. Um, Even joking can still get banned. Yeah, because the streamer doesn't know if you're joking or not. You want me to get my parents to watch? Oh gosh, do I? There's this one chatter who's watching with this hockey team. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, family, that is kind of strange. I mean, it's kind of cute. Like, your whole family like gets together, watches a Breath of the Wild stream. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, it's I think like when I first started streaming, it was like alarming. I was like, oh my gosh, like your whole family's watching. Like that's a lot of people. Like that's crazy. Um, but yeah, it's I think that could be kind of cute. Like I think our stream is still family friendly. Um, so it's like we have it's still like I think anyone over 13 can watch this stream, but I guess we are streaming Baldur's Gate on Wednesday, so I guess maybe it won't be. I don't know. Do I have to remove my family friendly tag? Probably. But who's going into Baldur's Gate stream and like looking for a family friendly stream? Like that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Because surely if you were looking for something family friendly, you wouldn't be watching Baldur's Gate. But I guess it's like I'm a family friendly streamer, but I'm playing a non-family friendly game. You know what I mean? Like it's not like as soon as I boot up Baldur's Gate, I'm gonna be like cursing everywhere. Like that'd be crazy. But if you were expecting that, that is not gonna happen. Um, and welcome in Speedster. Thank you for what? For family friendly, I'm going to Valorant. Oh God, that will not be family friendly. Yeah, I mean, Valorant is not an unfamily friendly game. I'm the one cursing is Mija asking about spells for the 50th time. Just curse in Norwegian and no one will know. It will be unfamily friendly only if you speak Norwegian. I'm 65% sure Mija doesn't curse. I don't really curse, yeah. I mean, that's the reason I made my stream family friendly. Like, because I'm like, well, I don't curse like that. Like, I don't really curse that much, like, in my day-to-day life. Like, maybe, like, once every week or two. I don't even know. Like it's very like situation dependent. I'm not like against cursing, but like I don't have any problem with it. I just don't curse that much in day-to-day life. Um. Okay. Take care, Angel. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. Like you did a bunch of things and you're still alive. Good job. Good job doing a bunch of things. Time to find my favorite family-friendly game for the fam to watch, Grand Theft Auto. Can you imagine? I thought I stopped you cursing multiple times here. Yeah, sometimes people slip up, and that's totally understandable. Like if you curse normally, it's totally understandable then. You know that you might slip up from time to time. I'm not like gonna be mad. Like I'm only like, hey, like cut it out if like you're repeatedly doing it or like you're very purposefully doing it. But because it's like, come on, respect the rules. Like you came to the stream, like you could follow the rules, you know. I started to curse less because of major influence. Really, I know a lot of people like who watch. A lot of people who watch the stream do curse quite a bit in their day-to-day life, but I think a lot of people have told me like they don't find it difficult to stop cursing, you know? And I think that's normal. Cuz like I think that's like think about it, like even if you curse a lot in your day-to-day life, like are you like obviously there's situations where you can easily stop cursing, right? Like you're talking to a child, or like you're talking to a client at work or like talking in like a professional setting. I don't think people have trouble like not cursing, you know? We only say frick and god damn it. Oh no. It's a bad influence to not curse as much. I love at work when customers curse on the call with me. I mean, like it's not we're allowed to like curse and stuff in like meetings at work because it's like we're all adults. Like of course you can curse. Like fine. I just don't curse very much. Sometimes I will curse like if the person I'm talking to curses a lot, then I might join them. I don't know. I think it's more of like a they might feel weird if like I feel like I think it happens subconsciously. It's because like when someone else is cursing a lot, they might feel like uncomfortable if I don't curse at all. You know, it's like I feel like sometimes you like match them on their language a little bit. Like you kind of like adjust a little bit. I think that's quite common. You might be doing it without thinking about it. Because I notice people curse less when they talk to me. The customer is setting the stage for how helpful I'll be. And if you come in hot and angry, I ain't going above and beyond. It's crazy how I mean I was talking about this, right? Like with the front desk at my building. Like they ended up like bending the rules for me a little bit because I was really nice. But the person I saw like yelling at the front desk person last like the week before, they did not get what they wanted. I'm like, literally just be nice. Like people are going to be way more willing to help you if you're nice to them. Like no kidding, right? Like no one wants to help someone who's like really rude to them. But yeah, it's it's people are weird. um but yeah. And liking, I don't think I have the expertise to help you with that, but I would say just do what you were able to do and, you know, be proud of yourself for what you can accomplish. But obviously, like, if you need like professional support, then that would be good to have as well. Um, so I said thank you in the first line. I see, I see. Well, so what do you want from me, Speedster? If you give people a genuine compliment and are nice, they'll help. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Or like just you don't have to give them a compliment if like, you don't know them. I wouldn't say just give random people compliments. I would say just be nice. Like be like, oh hi, how are you? Like the bar is low. The bar is really low. It's in the ground. Um, One time I checked the work support email 2 hours later after close because the girl that called right after close was gonna watch Formula One and she was very nice. She was gonna watch Formula One and she was very nice. What? Uh, you don't know? It's okay, Speedster. But yeah, it's I think people just need to be nice to like customer service people. Like it's like the biggest red flag if someone is mean to like a customer service person or like a service worker. That's like the biggest red flag. Cause like it really doesn't cost anything to be nice. Like some people, I think they just like I don't know. I don't know what goes through their mind. Like either they're just like very entitled and they like don't really care about treating people right, or like they don't think those people deserve to be treated with respect, or they just have a terrible control of their emotions. I don't know. Who knows? Formula One was in Japan, so it started at 3 a.m. We were closed at 1 and she was concerned she would have issues streaming it, so I told her to email us if she did, since I'd be up watching it. Oh, okay. That was not clear from your explanation. I thought you were like, Formula One? I'll help. I assume they have the worst day of their life. I mean, I guess it's possible. Yeah, they could be having the worst day of their life. I guess it's always good to give them the benefit of the doubt, but if they're just being mean to you straight off the bat, like obviously we have bad days and sometimes we are not the nicest if we're having a bad day, but I don't know. That's tough. I don't think I've ever been mean to a stranger just because I was having a bad day. Like, I'm not like that nice to strangers. Like, I'm not like going out of my way to talk to them. But I'm never gonna be like rude to a stranger. I might be like, sorry, I can't talk right now. But like, I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever just been like straight up rude to a stranger. If everyone spent a year working customer service, the world would be nicer. I 100% agree. Yeah, I think people should try it. Cause I mean, I've done it as well. Like I worked at Starbucks, like I said, and I don't know if I told this story, but I had this customer who was super mean. She'd be like, "I want my chai latte 180 degrees or like 190 degrees, no foam." And you're like, "Okay, like we're steaming the milk, like there's gonna be foam." And then like you give her the milk, you give her the latte, and she's like, there's a bit of foam. Do it again." And you're like, "It's like a little bit of foam." And you're like, "Okay, fine, do it again." And she was like really rude. And then she was my mom's dentist. Okay. and and then I was like, okay, I know this woman is my mom's dentist. And then I was like, and then later I was like, oh, you're the dentist that like works nearby, right? My mom goes to you. And then after that, she was nice to me. And I was like, oh my God, like you could have been nice this whole time. And you only were nice after you found out my mom is your client. Like, come on. I already told my mom how mean you are. and she didn't care. It's funny. Um, you're rude to Air Canada support when they tried to make me pay for a small check bag. Came back 5 minutes later and apologized. I mean, yeah, that's great. That's great. I mean, we all have our moments. Like, we got frustrated, like, we had a long day. Like, we're stressed. Like, it's understandable, right? But I think, as long as you own up to it, it's all good. Um, Half of the people who make complaints are people who already know the background of how the complaints department works and that they scam. I don't necessarily agree with that. By the way, I didn't realize the time. I should probably get going. I have to meet my aunt pretty soon, and I want to shovel down some gimbap before I go. Very important. Very important. I just wanted to bring back the legal amount of wine from Spain. I know. Traveling is understandable as well because like people are generally like sleep deprived or like if planes get delayed, you miss your flight. It's like it's a understandable time to be a bit short tempered. But a person working at the front desk didn't do anything wrong. So bit of kindness goes a long way. But obviously, it's understandable. It's understandable not everyone is having the best day. But yeah, I will leave it here for today. Like I said, I think we're gonna try streaming Baldur's Gate this Wednesday, which will be the first stream of that. So that will be exciting. We'll see how that goes. What's the time there? 12:45. But yeah, that'll be on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Join the Discord if you haven't already, and yeah, have a great rest of the weekend and take care. Bye everyone.